Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to night 2 of Summerslam, and we kick us off tonight of night 2 for the NXT Championship, as it is Johnny Gargano coming out here with his wife, Candice LeRae, the former NXT North American Champion, before losing it to Lola Vice a number of weeks ago. But this is a big-time matchup between Johnny Gargano and the NXT champion Cody Rhodes, because this will determine what it's going to look like, obviously heading into NXT Heatwave in a number of weeks, but also depending on what occurs tonight in the main event between The Rock and John Cena, NXT could could be dropped on its head, is what I'm trying to say. It's going to look very different, possibly. If Cena wins, a whole lot of superstars are going to be going to Raw and SmackDown. If The Rock wins, it's going to be staying how it is, essentially, but obviously with some different wrinkles, per se. But we'll see how that goes. But I'm really looking forward to see how Johnny Gargano can deal with Cody Rhodes here one-on-one. Recently, you've seen Gargano and Ricky Saints teaming up together to take on Cody Rhodes and Trick Williams. Gargano picking up a big win, a part of that tag team match. So we'll see how it fares, though, in this. And essentially, it feels like a main event matchup that you would see on a NXT pay-per-view or any other pay-per-view that we have here in WWE. But this time around, it is the American Nightmare defending up against Johnny Gargano. It could be a wrestling perfection class type of matchup here tonight between Cody and Mr. Gargano. You know how both men have worked their asses off to be where they are today. Certainly Gargano wants to reach back to that top of the mountain and become NXT champion once again. But he's going to have to go through one of the top superstars in the game today, that being Cody Rhodes, who is a multi-time WWE champion here in the series. And he's certainly done a lot in his, ever since he's come back, helped Monday Night Raw stay afloat. It would have been WCW Monday Night Nitro without Cody Rhodes helping Team Raw beat Team NWO. Cody Rhodes, without him there, they would have lost that matchup. Made a comeback in that matchup. Also became the WWE champion the night after that, because Hollywood Hulk Hogan was the WWE champion at that point. But then obviously having to relinquish that, a part of the Survivor Series matchup years and years ago. And obviously the next night would be a triple threat match between Cody and I believe Drew McIntyre and Samoa Joe, and Cody Rhodes would walk out the new WWE champion. And now, years forward right now, Cody Rhodes is the NXT champion, a part of this whole branding of NXT. Certainly, The Rock wants to push NXT as a third brand instead of a developmental brand that John Cena wants NXT to really return to, and have those younger guys develop there in NXT and then get called up to Raw and SmackDown. So we'll see how that goes by the end of the night, as we have introductions going on here currently. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There has been quite a few people that have held that NXT championship throughout the years here. Will it be added back to Johnny Gargano, or will Cody Rhodes retain the NXT championship tonight? It's either going back in the corner of Cody, or we're going to see a new NXT champion. We're just a matter of moments from finding that out. Here we go, Johnny Gargano versus Cody Rhodes to kick us off here at SummerSlam. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. And obviously Cody's going to be very careful there at ringside with Candice LeRae being out there. Definitely going to get involved anytime, any place, anywhere in this type of matchup. Obviously, she wants to make sure her husband gets that NXT Championship once again and gets back to the top of the mountain here in NXT. And obviously, Johnny Gargano won the NXT Breakout Tournament to get himself in that situation. Originally, it was supposed to be Uncle Howdy and Johnny Gargano in the finals of that NXT Breakout Tournament. Uncle Howdy chose not to resign, and the rest of the Wyatt Six, they ended up leaving the company. And then certainly we had to find someone else, so we set up a Battle Royal, which Johnny Gargano was able to walk out winner in that. And then, or I should say Big E Langston, Big E ended up winning that. Now, and obviously Gargano defeated Big E there at the NXT Great American Bash to obviously get himself this opportunity. And now he's kicking off SummerSlam, and these two know each other quite well. Certainly, like we mentioned before, that history there at not SummerSlam, but Survivor Series, or no, not even Survivor Series, but Elimination Chamber a number of years ago when Cody Rhodes was WWE Champion. Gargano was a part of an Elimination Chamber matchup, and Gargano ended up walking out with that WWE Championship, taking it to WrestleMania, main eventing WrestleMania, but losing to Adam Cole, the Royal Rumble winner. So, wait a minute, Cody Rhodes looking to fly. Cody Rhodes. This ain't going to be good for somebody here. Cody Rhodes. Oh my goodness, what a moonsault. Oh, but wait, Gargano caught him. The strength and power of Gargano. Definitely was not expecting that, as Cody Rhodes with a reversal. And now nice maneuver there from Cody Rhodes. Turning Gargano inside out there, ladies and gentlemen, as Cody Rhodes tosses Johnny Gargano back inside of the ring. Candice LeRae looking to get involved, and now it looks like she's going to take that top turnbuckle off. No, Gargano, a big kick to the midsection, and now Gargano using what his wife exposed, that top turnbuckle, and it worked to the favor of Cody Rhodes, who got back up just to get thrown back into there. Gargano's like, why don't you just stay down, Cody? But that's the heart of Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen, as look at this, like a figure four leg lock of sorts, trying to make Johnny Gargano tap out. Certainly Ric Flair would be absolutely proud seeing this, but now Gargano flipping it. Could you imagine if Cody had to tap out? But no, both men are out of it, depending on how much damage was done, though. It's a big clothesline there from the challenger. And now roll through. Super kick there to Cody. Super kick to Cody, hitting flush to the face, ladies and gentlemen. But Cody Rhodes right back up to his feet. Cody trying to block off Gargano. I'm not sure if Gargano was trying to do a takedown or what there, but Cody was one step away. And now Gargano from behind. Oh, almost like a flatliner, different variation of a flatliner. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No. Just a one count. The matchup continues as Cody Rhodes needing a quick breather out here, doing the veteran maneuver, and he's able to dodge a super kick. Cody now looking for a pedigree outside the ring, and he connects. And he surely hit all of that pedigree. And now Cody going to look to toss Gargano back inside the ring, obviously looking to retain that NXT Championship fair and square center of this ring. Cody Rhodes, I thought maybe he was looking for a crossroads or something like that, but Gargano, I believe, just stepping right out of the way. And now both men are going to exchange strikes here. The hottest night of the summer, Saturday and Sunday. We're on night 2. It is a hot Sunday evening here live in Newark, New Jersey. A lot going on here tonight. A lot of great matches are on the card from top to bottom. And we're kicking us off with a banger for the NXT Championship as Rhodes and Gargano continue to go back and forth. They know how big this NXT Championship match is. It's now Cody Rhodes, crossroads to Gargano. Is this it? 2. Oh, that was very close. It's Candice LeRae taking off that top turnbuckle again, and referee realizing it and now going to have to do his job. We'll see if that costs Cody any time. It's a big clothesline there from the champion. Now, Rhodes going to go to the top rope. High risk, high reward from the second rope. Here we go. Cody Rhodes, missile drop kick, takes down the challenger. But hold on just a minute. Ricky Saints. That's Ricky Saints' music. Uh-oh. Is Ricky Saints getting involved in this NXT Championship match? Not like this. That's Saints' music. Got ourselves a little bit of a distraction. Gargano from behind. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gargano lock. The Gargano lock on Cody Rhodes. Will Cody have to tap? Cody may have to tap out. Middle of the ring. Little distraction from Ricky Saints to Cody Rhodes. But Gargano cannot make Rhodes tap out, at least at this very moment. As, oh, nice Hurricane Rana there from Johnny Gargano. As Candice LeRae trying to get this crowd to as much energy to Johnny wrestling, but that sure as heck is not going to happen. And now Gargano again. Gargano again. Submission hold here on Cody Rhodes. Submission hold, but referee calling a rope break. Referee calling it right down the middle, ladies and gentlemen. As here we go. Roll through. Super kick. Right to the face there of Cody. And then the pinfall once again. Shoulders are down. Ooh, look at that. Referee, he saw it. He has a perfect angle, actually. And that is another situation now where Johnny has to not get as frustrated and continue to hitting super kicks, hit those Gargano locks, whatever it may be, to try to put down Cody Rhodes. It is not going to be easy. Is a, uh-oh. Oh, nice swinging neck breaker there. Very impressive maneuver there from Johnny Gargano. As again, he's really desperate to really try to get Cody Rhodes to tap out. Cody's in the center of this ring. He may tap. Cody Rhodes may tap. He's center of the ring, and he does. Cody Rhodes taps. Holy mackerel. What? You could say this is an upset. Johnny Gargano has made Cody Rhodes tap out. And just like that, we have ourselves a new man on the top of the NXT mountain. And he is Johnny Gargano. Wow, wow, wow. I was not expecting that. Gargano was really going with those submission holds later in this matchup. Candice LeRae really helped out her husband at times in this matchup. I'm in shock and awe. I'm in disbelief right now. Was not expecting that. We knew this was going to be a tough match for Gargano, but he literally out-wrestled Cody Rhodes tonight, and he is on top of the NXT world once again. He is the NXT champion, and he has made the American Nightmare tap out at SummerSlam. As now, ladies and gentlemen, we must move on. That was, like we said, very unpredictable. But now we move on to the SmackDown side of things tonight here at SummerSlam. As now it is time for the European Championship to be defended here live at SummerSlam. If we already had a matchup like what we just saw, this could go very well for Shawn Spears, because a lot of people are probably thinking NXT champion Cody Rhodes is going to defeat Gargano. No, Gargano's been on a hot streak lately. And also, you could obviously give a big thanks there to Ricky Saints with a big distraction in that matchup as well. But here comes Shawn Spears of the Calling, coming down to the very ring. He leads a group with himself and Izzy Dane there on Friday Night SmackDown. Now Spears looking to regain that European Championship. So basically this is a best of 3 series. So Shawn Spears beat Penta last month, or maybe closer to 2 months ago. And then within the next month, Penta and Shawn Spears would have a rematch. Penta would regain the championship. And Nick Aldis said, hey, you know what? I've been very impressed with how both of you guys wrestled against each other. So we are going to have a best of 3 series. Winner essentially takes it all live there at SummerSlam. So Shawn Spears gets himself another opportunity. You don't get too many showcasing matches like this. So this is a pivotal moment for Shawn Spears tonight, as he takes on a man that won the tag team titles last night live there at SummerSlam Night 1. As it is Penta Zero Miedo is here live tonight, and like we mentioned, having that one half of the WWE Tag Team titles, as well as the European Championship. Not gonna lie, those championships look pretty good around the neck there of Penta. A little different variation that you normally see from just holding one title, but certainly Penta won't be 100%, but him and Ray Phoenix, they put on a show last night to beat Road Dogg and Billy Gunn. So now Penta, Ray Phoenix, top of the tag team division once again. Now Penta has to try to stay on top of the European division once again with taking on Shawn Spears. This best of 3, this is the 3rd matchup in their series. Can't wait to see how this all pans out, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a very hard-hitting, physical matchup. Both of these gentlemen know each other very, very well with the number of matches they have, obviously with it just being number 3, but with the amount of counters and everything we've seen between both men in both matches, I'm very impressed, and I totally agree with Nick Aldis. Both men have torn down the house every time they fought each other, and I think, having a quote-unquote best-of-3 series, this being the 3rd match, I think this is a great way to end it here at SummerSlam. There is your European champion, Penta, looking to show that no fear tonight, that no die attitude, especially coming off that tag team match. We'll see if it will be easier for Shawn Spears to win that championship tonight, or will it be just as difficult? Referee rings the bell, and you look at this, the slow walk between both of these superstars. They both know how big this matchup is, especially Shawn Spears, looking to become a 2-time European champion. A little bit of a sportsmanship early as Penta going for that springboard crossbody, taking down the challenger early on. And now Penta looking to set up Ty. Oh, nice super kick there. Takes down Shawn Spears with a big super kick. And Penta showing off that speed as well with an aggressive neck breaker. And if I'm Penta in this matchup, maybe you do speed it up, and normally you could say, hey, the longer this matchup goes, the Lucha Libre superstar Penta, he's going to be able to, go the distance. But with him having a tag team matchup last night, I feel like the shorter this matchup is, ladies and gentlemen, I think that favors Penta. As now Penta, springboard, leg drop, misses. I think he was trying to hit that leg drop, but he wasn't able to kind of move the direction off the ropes there, and it just did not work out in his favor as Shawn Spears able to reverse it. Now, what is Spears setting up here for Penta? Hard Irish whip off the ropes, some agility here. Oh, look at that. And now, oh, nice set out spine buster there from Shawn Spears. Like we said before, Shawn Spears, former European champion, has defeated Penta once. We'll see if he can do it twice. Both men have had very competitive matches against each other, and we'll see if it can continue here tonight. So far, it's been back and forth early on. I know we're only really a couple minutes into his Shawn Spears throwing Penta right through the referee. Normally, it's inadvertent, but with Shawn Spears, ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't be surprised if, he did that on purpose. I'm not going to, say, oh, he did it for sure, but I'm not gonna lie, he had some aggression with pushing him back there, but accidents do happen. And Shawn Spears with a nice elbow right across the neck area there of Penta. Referee now getting in position. 1, 2, ooh, 2.5. Very close. That elbow almost did enough. Snapmare takedown there from Penta into the pinfall. We'll see if this is enough. It is not. Still plenty left in this matchup. Ooh, nice maneuver there from Spears. Like we said, this is going to be a highly competitive matchup. And we'll see who's going to be going on to SmackDown as that European champion. And now, look at Spears. Spears with a big-time submission hold to Penta, working on that lower back of Penta, trying to slow him down as much as heavenly possible. As, super kick right to the chest. Didn't really phase him. And now Shawn Spears has him up, but Penta gets right out of the way. Now Penta looking for the Penta driver. Penta driver to Spears. But Penta does not go for the pinfall. You must realize that it wasn't going to be enough. Maybe, I'm not too sure what Penta is doing. He's wasting valuable time. He could have easily got himself maybe a 1-2-3. Decides not to, but he goes for that springboard reverse leg drop, and it actually works in his favor this time around. As, getting your head bounced off that top turnbuckle, ladies and gentlemen. We saw it usefully used multiple times in that NXT Championship match. Candice LeRae was a big factor, and also Ricky Saints there doing wonders there for Johnny Gargano. As now Spears from the second rope, a little high risk here, looking to take down Penta. And look at Penta, he saw that coming, but Spears with a nice missile drop kick takes down the champion. First time you fail, you keep on keeping on. And that second time it worked out in his favor. As well, that time around, high risk, high reward does not work out in his favor. But he still has plenty of time. Has time here to take it to Penta. Has him on his shoulders. And he drops him right on his knee. Shoulders are down. New European champion. No, that's a strong kick out at one. Matchup continues. And as this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of great matches on this card tonight, including for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We are going to see Bianca and Jade Cargill, the new Women's Tag Team Champions. They will be taking on Charlotte and Alexa Bliss later on in the evening. Plus tonight, from Friday Night SmackDown, we are going to see CM Punk, the WWE Champion, taking on the King of the Ring winner, Joe Hendry. Really looking forward to that matchup. We've seen that unprecedented run from King Joe Hendry. We'll see if it can accumulate a WWE Championship win tonight live at Summerslam. Certainly one of the bigger matches in the history of this event, and especially with Joe Hendry having this first ever WWE Championship match opportunity. Everything's looking like, it could be his moment. But the question is, can he defeat the best in the world? As a big super kick right to the midsection. Penta not feel like going the back and forth with Shawn Spears, and I don't blame him. Spears, let's see what he has in store. And if I'm Shawn Spears, maybe start slowing the matchup down a little bit. Do what you did the very first time when you won that championship. We saw a lot of reversals in that matchup, which helped him win that European Championship. And now Penta is trying to capitalize, and now, nope, single leg Boston Crab, and it is locked in. Penta's right next to the ropes. Referee is right there. And Penta able to quickly get out of it. Maybe some minor damage to that knee, but he's doing okay. And now Spears from behind. Spears has him up. And, again, this time around like a face buster. Is this it? 2. 2.5. Penta stays alive. And Shawn Spears literally has him dead to rights in this corner. And now Spears trying to go with some haymakers there, but Penta ain't going to allow that. And now Penta gets caught with a jawbreaker. Nice super kick miss. Now Penta going to look to capitalize. Now Shawn Spears busted wide open. Here comes Penta. Enziguri to the skull. Down he goes. And now Penta going to connect with a up and down maneuver. Down goes Spears. And now you're feeling Penta building up a little bit of momentum. Nice sling blade there from the champion. Can the champion continue? Nice reversal. Irish whip into the corner. But again, back and forth we go. The crucial moments in this matchup is Spears with a gut kick right there. And now Spears has him up. Spears has him up. And a big Death Valley Driver taking down Penta. Is that enough? No, 2.5. And now Spears. Spears now. Oh, come on. He's using the ropes, ref. But at least Penta was able to kick out of it. And Penta's like, seriously? Uh-oh. Penta now going to look to steal it. Penta going to try to use the steal with a roll-up, but no. Penta's like, hey, you want to try and steal it? I'll steal a match too. And now Shawn Spears again. Back to back. Spears now going to go for the win. Could this be his second European Championship run? Oh, you couldn't be any closer than that, ladies and gentlemen. And now Spears, right on the midsection. You can feel Shawn Spears now. You can feel that taste of that blood, the cut on his forehead there, that he's starting to, wake up a little bit in this matchup as he connects with a flying cross body. And now Spears trying to go for a super kick. Oh, and the second time around it connects. Oh, and now Penta trying to get himself back in this matchup. Uh-oh. The glove's coming off. It might be time to show that no fear. Oh, no. Uh-oh. This ain't good. Zero Miyano trying to rip that arm apart. Shawn Spears may be down and out. I don't blame him. 2. No, 2.5. His arm might be broken in half, though. Is now Penta signaling the end is near here. Penta with a Mexican Destroyer to Shawn Spears. 2. No, he kicks out. Somehow, someway, he is still in this matchup. Both men have hit major maneuvers in this matchup. It just has not been enough just yet. And now Penta again. Oh, gets blocked. Gets that kicked block. And now Spears with the running knee. That single running knee. And now Shawn Spears, with a splash. Big splash there from Spears. Both of these men are pulling out all the stops in this matchup. And now, this may be the end right here for Penta. Shawn Spears has him up. And Spears takes him down with another vicious neck breaker. And Spears isn't done. He wants to put an exclamation point on this sentence. He may be very well the new European champion. This has to be it. 2, 3. No, again. So close, but Penta, the adrenaline flowing through that man. Not able to put down Penta just yet. This is the clothesline. Shawn Spears again caught him, and now another time, this time with a face buster. Pinfall opportunity. 2, 3. Spears. Shawn Spears is the new European champion. Wow, wow, wow. That's what happens when you capitalize on mistakes in the matchup. You're going to see a new champion. And we've seen 2 so far tonight. And that does not bode well, ladies and gentlemen, for the champions on the card tonight. So far, 2 for 2 when it comes to new champions. As now we get ready for our next matchup of the evening here on this very special SummerSlam card. And ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the good old-fashioned women's tag team matchup. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill getting the job done last night at SummerSlam. Now tonight, go at it again together against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. Now my question is, as a tag team, a lot of tag teams, most times they come out together. But recently, Bianca and Jade have started to come out separately. So I don't know if that's just so that, they get their moment coming out here, or if it's just how it is, essentially. But maybe I'm looking too much into it, but there has been some matches recently, looking at it from Bianca and Jade, where certainly Bianca, or I should say Jade had a match 1 against the Bella Twins on a Monday Night Raw episode, and Bianca would essentially stop the pinfall so she could get her hands back on Nikki Bella, on Brie Bella in those matches. And eventually would cost him in that matchup. So certainly maybe just a little bit of a distraction I meant to say the U.S. Championship, ladies and gentlemen, the Women's U.S. Championship from Monday Night Raw. Later on will be the Women's Tag Team Championships. As you can see, Nikki Bella all by herself, at least at this very moment. We'll see if Brie Bella decides to get involved in this matchup whatsoever. Hopefully not. And at least Jade Cargill's not down here either, so it's a simple one-on-one contest. So we'll see how that fares tonight. This is going to be a very good matchup. WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella looking to continue with this one last run that she has. She's looking to continue and be like, hey, I didn't just come back to be a nostalgia act. I came back to win championships. She defeated Bianca Belair, and now she's looking to retain that U.S. Championship tonight live at SummerSlam. And it is almost time for the Women's U.S. title to be on the line there on Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Who is walking out with that prestigious Women's U.S. Championship? We are about to find out. Can Bianca get it back, or will Nikki Bella retain? Referee rings the bell. Here we go. And Nikki Bella coming right after Bianca Belair, who certainly she's had some big-time losses, especially that one-on-one contest against Tatum Paxley last month, and then even recently in that women's tag team match, that Tornado tag team matchup between the Bella Twins. So we'll see if Bianca Belair can end that funk that she's in and get back to her winning ways. Obviously last night, winning the women's tag team titles. Tonight has the women's U.S. Championship, and also later on tonight she has the women's tag team titles as well. So we'll see how she fares. In this matchup, you got to believe Bianca's going to want to put down Nikki Bella as fast as possible due to having that tag team match later on. Because depending on how Bianca Belair does in this matchup, it very well could be a 2-on-1 situation for the women's tag team titles later on tonight, with Jade Cargill having to be in the matchup the whole time. As now, the EST showing you the strength and power as a nice gut wrench, or I should say a pump handle gut buster. And now look at this, the military press from the strongest woman on the Raw roster, as down goes Nikki Bella. Now into the pinfall, shoulders are down, but no, just a 1 count. Matchup will continue. Ooh, that was a strong gut punch there, really taking out all the air that Bianca Belair had in her lungs area. There's a big boot there, takes down the champion. And Bianca feeling pretty good about herself early on. Obviously these women know each other quite well. It's been a little bit of a, I would say, a brewing rivalry of sorts. Nikki Bella has tried to do anything to get in the head of Bianca Belair, and certainly Bianca has felt that. There's going to be times in this matchup where you might see a little bit more aggressiveness from Bianca Belair in this matchup, just to really send a message to Nikki Bella. As now Nikki looking to go for maybe a back suplex there. Bianca able to fight off, and now Bianca looking to get some offense going here. But again, Nikki Bella 1 step ahead. And now Nikki going for a suplex, but Bianca's able to slip. Back and forth we go. And now into a spine buster. Ooh, that was a stiff spine buster too. And now, wait a minute, Bianca gonna flip her over. Good old-fashioned Boston Crab, single leg Boston Crab. Nikki Bella is very close to that bottom rope, and we'll see if she wants to try to grab it. She does not, though. And now Nikki going for a, ooh, nice backbreaker. Certainly gonna slow down any work that Bianca Belair may try to use in this matchup, especially when it comes to that strength and power. It's a big kick out there from Bianca. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the World Tag Team titles from Monday Night Raw as Miz and R-Truth. Nice Bella Buster there. There from Nikki Bella. Hold on a minute. She's going to look to get this matchup put away here. Looking for that Rack Attack 2.0. Has her up. Down she goes. Down goes Bianca. Pinfall opportunity. We're going to see the retainment. No, at least not yet. 2.5. But like we said, coming up next, the World Tag Team titles for Monday Night Raw. Miz and R-Truth are in action against the Vision. And certainly, I don't think this match would be happening, but R-Truth decided to get involved randomly, very random. If you watched Monday Night Raw, got in the matchup with Tala Tonga and Jacob Fatu. R-Truth hit an attitude adjustment on Jacob Fatu, which I'm very curious what that was all about. As a big KOD to Nikki Bella, new champion. 2. No, big kick out from Bella. But yeah, R-Truth getting involved, and Adam Pearce seeing that, he said, hey, Truth, you know, you decided to get involved in a matchup. You know, we're going to end up making a matchup where you have to defend those tag team titles. Obviously, yes, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, they won the #1 contenders. They are the ones that attacked you. But hey, you know what? You decided to get involved in a random matchup. I need you to defend those tag team titles. So it puts Miz in a bad spot. True, pardon me, because we don't know how much damage for sure that Miz is at the very moment as well. It's Bianca and Nikki Bella going back and forth. What is the challenger thinking about doing? Well, not too much now because she ate an elbow to the face. And now Bella, that strong push back there on the ropes. And especially when you get in these later stages of the matchups, your ideas, your main focus gets thrown out the window because you're just not too sure on what is going to work here. Oh, goodness. What a face buster right off the knee there of Nikki Bella. Certainly may loosen up some teeth, have a broken nose. You never know. As now Nikki Bella gets hit with her own type of face buster. And now Bianca, you can start feeling her upping the pace a little bit. She wants to get that U.S. Championship back. And she's absolutely fired up. And now has Nikki Bella up for a good old-fashioned KOD. KOD for the second time to Nikki Bella. And oh, very close to being it, but 2.5. It feels like Bianca literally has her right where she wants her. It's just a couple more big moves, and this could be game, set, match over. And you can see just these kidney punches, or forearms, I should say, to the middle of that back. Oh, going for a super kick. Nikki Bella moved out of the way briefly, but again, I was going to say that Nikki Bella wouldn't be able to capitalize, but now she's going to, possibly. No, she's not. Big reversal from Bianca. And it's what you got to have in these key moments, ladies and gentlemen. You got to be able to withstand it, but you got to be able to also block it. As now Bianca with a big scoop slam. Now she has Bella right where she wants her. High risk, high reward in the later stages of this matchup. Oh, and she misses the elbow. But again, Bianca faster. So I don't know if Nikki Bella is just getting a little bit slower in this matchup. The longer this matchup goes, you would think it would favor Bianca Belair, as now Nikki Bella eats that LED post. Uh-oh. Bianca showing you that strength. Gonna hit her with a backbreaker. Oh, she's not done yet. Really working on the ribs in that middle of that back. Yeah, that is certainly going to loosen up Nikki Bella for sure, but Bella doing the right thing there. Rolling outside of the ring in the later stages of this matchup, only to eat a moonsault from the EST. And Bianca Belair coming out of this matchup very well could be the 2 belts Bianca. It's a vicious knee, and I think that cut was it the forehead? No, that's the left eye. The left eye of Nikki Bella has been cut open after that knee strike. And right now, it really feels like this is going in the favor of Bianca Belair, and we may be moments away from seeing a new women's U.S. champion, ladies and gentlemen, as shoulders are down, pinfall opportunity. Is that enough? 2, no, 2.5. That adrenaline flowing through the champion keeps her alive at this very moment, but how much more can you withstand? As, oh, big reversal. EST was trying to put that match away, and Nikki was not going to allow that. As, oh, pumped her up just to hit her with that forearm strike. Is this it? 2, no, Bianca really having to dig down deep for that kick out. What a forearm strike. Wade Barrett would be absolutely proud there at ringside to see that forearm. Now Bella Insaguri off that second rope, taking down the challenger. And now Nikki again going to go up here, send a message here, but now Bianca with the knees. Both women putting it all on the line. Back and forth in this match as Bianca showing you that strength just to be able to hit her with that big time suplex. Now let's see if Bianca can pull out something out of her repertoire to really try to put her down. Uh-oh. Oh, this ain't going to be good. Oh, man, what a neck breaker. We know Nikki Bella does have some neck issues, so that is something to be aware of in this very matchup, as Bella getting pushed up against the ropes into a clothesline to the outside. And ladies and gentlemen, it is all for that prestigious women's U.S. Championship as these women continue to go at it. Nikki Bella getting the upper hand at this very moment. Let's see what she can do here. Oh, that jumping drop kick right to the face there, Bianca. As you can see, the welts on the body starting to get up there on Bianca. Nice Bella buster. And we'll see if Nikki Bella was that the knockout blow she needed. Is she a matter of moments away from retaining that women's U.S. Championship? As now Bella into the corner, or I should say into the pinfall. Is this it? No, just a 1 count, a strong 1 count. You would think that would have been at least a 2 count, but that did not happen. Because now Nikki Bella looking for the rack attack 2.0. Down she goes. Down goes Bianca. Shoulders are down. Is this it? 2. No, 2.5. These women have hit it all on each other, and it has not been enough. As now Nikki Bella, high risk, high reward in the later stages of this matchup. No, she overshot it. She overshot the missile drop kick, but somehow, some way, she has the momentum. Or does she? A gut-wrench takedown there from the challenger. Ultimately, it's going to come down to who wants it more in the later stages of this matchup. It has been a very grueling matchup. I think Nikki was trying to set up an Alabama slam. Bianca was not going to allow that. And over the top rope, Bianca goes, a hard landing. And now here comes the champion for even more. But a big reversal. So coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, like we mentioned, we do have the World Tag Team Championships there from the Monday Night Raw brand. And then after that, we're going to have Carmelo Hayes and Seth Rollins. That has gotten deeply personal due to the, obviously, Kalani Jordan becoming the Women's World Champion at Evolution over Becky Lynch. And then also tonight, Kalani has pinned Becky Lynch twice, essentially, there at Evolution and here at Summerslam. The flying crossbody there from Bianca. So it certainly has not gone the Vision's way down that route. As oh no, oh the whip! Bianca Belair using the whip to Nikki Bella. And now I think Bianca is looking to use that as her kill shot. Bianca Belair trying to set up something else, but Nikki Bella with a sharp elbow into the drop kick. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Drop kick could have been enough. You never know. 2. A very short too. Oh, and then Bianca with her own kick. Back and forth we go. And now Nikki Bella able to slip out again. I think Bianca's trying to end this matchup. She's realizing she's in trouble right now. And now Nikki Bella gonna look to capitalize. She has her up here, looking for the rack attack 2.0 again. But Bianca with those elbows. Man, these women are just putting it all on the line. You just don't know what the next move is really going to be. They're both feeling it. You can see how grueling this match is. Oh, and she runs right into a boot. Nikki Bella playing possum there in the corner. You really got to think another Bella Buster, Face Buster, or a KOD from Bianca. You really got to think that's going to be the mindset for one of these ladies to hit something like that, because right now it feels like they're on the edge right now, essentially, with how this match is going. Like anything they've hit, it hasn't worked, but it's starting to feel the effects for sure. There's a nice Inseguri there from Nikki Bella, and now again that Bella Face Buster there, the Bella Buster. Shoulders are down once again. Is that it? 2, 3, yes it is. Nikki Bella has retained the Women's U.S. Championship here tonight. What a grueling matchup, but Bianca Belair just could not get the championship away from Nikki Bella, and Nikki Bella retains here in Newark, New Jersey with a big-time win. And we'll see how she fares, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what that championship is going to look like for the upcoming weeks and then upcoming pay-per-views, with Nikki Bella being that Women's U.S. Champion, ladies and gentlemen. But up next, we get ready for some tag team action here on Monday Night Raw. From the Monday Night Raw division, I should say, as it is the Vision taking on the World Tag Team Champions, Awesome Truth. And here we go. It is time for Awesome Truth to make their way down to the ring. And I would love to know how The Miz feels about R-Truth putting them in a bad predicament. But hey, you know what? They're fighting champions, but you know, with Truth showing up, and obviously that massive beatdown that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed did to them a number of weeks ago, or essentially last month, you know, the question is like the severity of those injuries. R-Truth getting involved in a random match, that kind of sounds like R-Truth getting involved in that stuff, but when you think about it, for him to get involved, are the injuries not as bad? Or is it, like I mentioned, is it just R-Truth being R-Truth? But we'll see how they do tonight, as R-Truth, The Miz, Awesome Truth are the World Tag Team Champions. Can they knock off the challengers, the number one contenders, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed? And here they come, ladies and gentlemen. The powerhouses, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, they are going to look to attack those injuries that Miz and R-Truth sustained after that assault. As there's the big man, Bronson Reed, and then there's the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker. And I'm very surprised Paul Heyman isn't accompanying them down to the ring, but certainly it seems like with this matchup, it's all going to be these two trying to get it all done by themselves, at least at the moment. Maybe Paul Heyman gets involved, you never know, but certainly with the injuries that Reed and Breaker did to both Miz and R-Truth, I wouldn't be surprised if we did have new World Tag Team Champions tonight. This is going to be absolutely physical and brutal, and Miz and R-Truth have to have a good game plan going into this matchup. And obviously last night, Braun Breaker and Brock Lesnar in a one-on-one contest, Brock Lesnar defeated Braun Breaker. So we'll see what kind of mood Braun Breaker is in this matchup. You know, losing to Brock Lesnar, and then hey, tonight, hey, he wins the World Tag Team titles. Now I would consider that a quote unquote downgrade, not in a bad way, but you know, you're going from obviously main event talent guy to, you know, the tag team division. So we'll see how that fares tonight for those World Tag Team Championships.
Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 580 pounds, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, the Vision. And their opponents at a combined weight of 441 pounds, the team of The Miz and Truth.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, for the World Tag Team titles. We got Miz, and we have Braun Breaker kicking us off here tonight. Referee ringing the bell. Here we go. Miz and Braun Breaker, like I mentioned, kicking us off in this matchup. Miz is really going to have to decide what he wants to target on Braun Breaker. Breaker absolutely going through hell last night and just could not survive Brock Lesnar. Now Truth tagging in Miz. I'm not too sure how Miz liked that too much or not, but it is what it is. And now Truth, ooh, big kick there to the arm section, and now working on the back. And for Truth, you better hope that Jacob Fatu loses to Solo Sikoa and is having to go to Friday Night SmackDown, because I'm assuming Fatu's not going to be too happy with him getting involved in that matchup. Yes, we know R-Truth is R-Truth, but I certainly wouldn't like R-Truth, even though, you know, he doesn't know what he's doing half the time. You know, I wouldn't want somebody getting involved in my matchup when already the numbers game is out of my hand. Ooh, bouncing off that top turnbuckle. Here we go. Here we go with the tag. And Breaker with a big kick to the midsection. And for Bronson Reed, how long do you want Braun Breaker in this matchup? If I'm Miz and R-Truth, I want the unpredictable badass in the ring, because we know he went through hell last night. But I guess it just really depends on strategy. And you probably wonder why do I want Breaker in there? Well, he's not 100%. He got beat up by Brock Lesnar. He lost to Brock Lesnar in a highly competitive matchup. So you want the guy that's not close to 100%. Obviously, Miz and R-Truth want their competitors to be close to 100%, but and with this rivalry that has brewed between these two teams, essentially Truth and Miz, obviously, you know, they're going to have to play dirty possibly at times after what Breaker and Reed did to them last month. As Breaker and Reed are doing a great job cutting off this ring right now. Very old school feel to it. It's a big kick with the skull of the unpredictable badass. There was moments in that matchup where Braun Breaker, I thought he was going to be able to defeat Brock Lesnar. He was just not able to get the job done. As Miz gets the tag in here, here comes the A-lister. Oh, but man, and just able to, you get yourself in the ring, you don't expect to have a jumping man that's able to change things up just in the nick of time like that, but that is Braun Breaker, the scariness with how he explodes. He is a former WWE champion, former NXT champion, former tag team champion. So certainly Breaker has faced it all, done it all. Well, not done it all, I guess, but he's definitely faced off with a lot of great talent, and we'll see if he can add the tag team titles once again to around his waist. As now Reed tosses him in the corner, going to look for another tag here. Vision doing quite well, slowing down Miz and Truth. And honestly, I think that helps out Breaker and Reed, obviously, because, you know, like I keep mentioning, Braun Breaker not being 100% in this match. As now Breaker looking to go high risk here from the top rope district. Big elbow right across the chest. Certainly not going to be feeling too good there. As now, here comes Breakker, the unpredictableness with a vicious neck breaker. Definitely do not want to take too many of those for sure. And also coming up next, we're going to have another Vision matchup with Seth Rollins taking on Carmelo Hayes. I'm very curious to see how, Rollins feels after Kalani Jordan retained the Women's Championship over his wife, Becky Lynch. Certainly, it's you could say that's a shame. Big cut. That's a big cut on the forehead of Breakker. Can Miz continue to capitalize here? This is a key moment in this matchup. Or will it be, fish in the water, or I should say blood in the water, piranha's coming. It could be a bad thing for Breakker. Or is it one of those things that it wakes up Braun Breakker? It makes him even more of a badass than he already is. And now Miz with the world famous Miz kicks to the chest of Braun Breakker. Oh, big kick to the other side. Are we going to see a retainment of the tag titles? 2. Ooh, very close. Miz almost had it. And I guarantee you the Vision would not be too happy about it. Losing this matchup that they really feel like it's their match to win after the assault they did to him last month. And obviously, not them being 100%, R-Truth is the one that really put them in this predicament. It wasn't scheduled to have this matchup until recently, to where Adam Pearce said, hey, you know what, this match is going to happen now because Truth randomly got involved in that Jacob Fatu and Tala Tonga matchup. As now, the big man, Bronson Reed, looking for the Death Valley driver. Right, taking down Truth. And Truth, ladies and gentlemen, he is in the landing zone for a possible tsunami here in New Jersey. Tsunami to Truth, is this it? It is not. Miz right there to save the day. And no, but going for a senton, but Truth got the knees up, but he's already feeling the pain, and he wasn't able to capitalize as Reed was able to block, or I should say, duck that clothesline. Now Breakker and Truth, Breakker and Reed cutting off that ring. Breakker looking pretty good as well after that gnarly cut on the right side of his face. And, nice Michinoku driver. And, certainly when you become, champion, whatever that may be, whatever championship, you're going to get paid money. So, and yes, I did mention, it is a step down from being in a main event match with the likes of Brock Lesnar. But you can't count out winning the tag team titles. It's still a prestigious title, and you can do major things with that. As Miz now looking for the figure 4 leg lock. Figure 4 leg lock to Breakker. Will Breakker have to tap out? He already had a hellacious match last night, and Reed realizing that, coming in and saving the day. Breakker barely moving. He looks like he's out of it. And now Miz, he's flexing on Breakker, taunting him a little bit. And Breakker trying to get the tag, and he does. Bronson Reed. Running right into him. And now, Reed, big wasteland maneuver into a senton. All that weight on the Miz. And now Reed with another one. Targeting the ribs is Bronson Reed, and that's a good idea. R-Truth felt the brutalness of Bronson Reed, and now Miz feeling the effects as well. And now Reed getting hit with an Irish whip into the corner. Let's see if Miz can get their tag team back into it. Truth and Miz, you gotta work together. Oh, double knees to the gut. Double gut buster. Let's see what Truth can do here. So really dig down deep. He's looking for that 5-knuckle shuffle to his hero, John Cena. R-Truth. 5-knuckle shuffle to Bronson Reed. And now he's going to go for the pinfall. Pinfall on Bronson Reed. Is this it to retain? No, 2. And talking about John Cena, ladies and gentlemen, tonight may be his very last match in a WWE ring. If The Rock wins, Cena is forced to retire on the spot. If Cena wins, NXT changes as well. As Miz taunting Breaker, and Breaker trying to go after him with a spear, but didn't work out. But like I was gonna say, Cena, or if Cena wins tonight, he can choose when he wants to retire. As look at that, able to hit a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. This man is just a whole different species, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute freak. And now Breaker, oh, nice maneuver there from Breaker. We haven't seen that in a good while. See if Breaker can pull out some other those type of maneuvers out of his repertoire. As back into the corner we go. Again, Reed and Breaker cutting off the ring quite well tonight here at SummerSlam. As look at this bulldog from that second rope. And now going to go for the pinfall, cutting off Miz. Referee does not see that the foot is underneath the rope, which is going to tend to happen sometimes. And Miz doing the right thing, rolling out of the ring. And Reed all fired up here, looking to maybe end the Miz. As now Miz in trouble, realizing he's in trouble. Big haymaker is able to get himself out of it, but oh man, just a big man, the Hogzilla just running through him. And now Miz gonna look to get a tag, and he does. Here comes R-Truth. Does Truth try to hit an attitude adjustment? Can he even get the Hogzilla on his shoulders is the question. As now Truth to the top rope here. R-Truth, leg drop, but it misses. Bronson Reed moves out of the way, and now gets tossed into the corner. Yeah, it's a big chop across that chest. And now Reed building up some steam. Here we go. Oh, Stinger splash in the corner, but Truth able to step out of the way. Now, can R-Truth capitalize? Oh, almost a variation of a skull-crushing finale from Truth. End of the shoulders being down. Hook of the leg. 2. Ooh, very close. Miz and R-Truth doing quite well so far. Highly competitive matchup. Is Truth trying to decide what he wants to do here. Ooh, it's a clubbing forearm strike. That will definitely send a message to Bronson Reed, and he certainly got a receipt right there, ladies and gentlemen, with that elbow to the face. Now let's see what Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker muster up again, just slowing down Truth when they need to. And now, a little bit of suplex city from Braun Breaker. That could be it. Referee is in position. Shoulders are down. As this matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the World Tag Team titles. It is a matchup that was made at the very kind of the last second, essentially. This matchup wasn't going to happen until R-Truth got involved in a random matchup on Monday Night Raw. Adam Pearce deemed R-Truth seemed like he was okay. So Adam Pearce has made this matchup officially. So we have this World Tag Team title matchup. Adam Pearce was probably going to make this on an episode of Monday Night Raw, but with what R-Truth did, it puts Miz in a bad spot too, because we just don't know the severity of the injuries. But R-Truth didn't look too bad. Pinfall opportunity, and very close to a 3 count. Miz now has to figure out what he needs to do here. Gets himself R-Truth. R-Truth. Oh, that was a nice combination. I believe that boot of R-Truth blocked that jumping strike as R-Truth, going for a leg drop. And then he gets hit with a brutal clothesline. Certainly not something that you want to continue to take. And now Breaker has him on the ropes. Let's see what we can build up here. Breaker showing you that speed. Look at that. 23 miles an hour. Braun Breaker running right through R-Truth. And now, gets cut in half. Big spear. And look at Miz. He realized it right away and got in there just soon as Breaker went down for the pinfall. That is a good teammate right there. Working that teamwork situation there. And oh man, the senton on the ribs. That ain't going to feel good after just getting speared as well, ladies and gentlemen. As R-Truth with a rebound clothesline. Arm drag takedown. We've seen R-Truth hit that 5-knuckle shuffle. That's probably just a tribute to John Cena for that matchup later on tonight. I was maybe expecting R-Truth to try to hit an attitude adjustment, but he has not gotten that far just yet. As Miz trying to hurry up and hit a maneuver before Breaker gets involved here. And, well, I guess he's like, okay, I'll just take him out myself. Which is a bad idea if I'm honest with you. You're putting yourself away from everything, and now Miz gets thrown into the steel steps. That is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you take your eyes off the competitors and you go after the opponent. That's obviously not officially legal in the matchup. You know, you just end up screwing yourself. Miz is a veteran in this business. He should know better, but I think it's just the heat of the moment. Backbreaker into the neckbreaker combination here in the corner. Oh, look at these unprotected punches. Miz, the velocity on those bad boys. And obviously with Theory and Logan Paul being taken out by Brock Lesnar, certainly we don't know when we're going to see those two. So right now it's really Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Becky Lynch. Bronson Reed again, just attacking those ribs over and over again with those sentons. But somehow Miz is still moving around, and Miz able to toss Bronson Reed right into those steel steps. And look at Miz, he's taunting him, he's telling him how big his balls are. Miz is the type of man, he is not going to back down. He can go word for you in the mic. His confidence is through the roof, ladies and gentlemen. He's the type of man that, like, we've seen it throughout the years, man. When he's on top of his game, he's on top of his game. As Truth watches on as Miz takes it to Bronson Reed. Oh, Reed back up to his feet, trying to get himself back in the ring. Miz ain't going to allow that and connects with a swinging neck breaker. And I think this may be a good idea to an extent if you're the Miz, but I don't think you want to be taking on Bronson Reed out here forever. You know, essentially, you know, it's Bronson Reed can use this outside just as much as Miz. Is now Reed going to toss Miz back inside the ring. Uh-oh. Reed is signaling the end is near for the Miz here. This ain't going to end well. As he connects with a back suplex. Oh, man. Just dropped him there. But R-Truth now going to get a tag. Bronson Reed all full of himself. Doesn't realize it, I don't believe anyway. And now, oh, flatliner. A flatliner there from Truth out of nowhere. And now Breaker, though, having to save the day. It really feels like it's anyone's ball game at this moment, this juncture in this matchup. As R-Truth tossed into enemy territory. He gets just bounced off. Breaker with just the power of him being able to punch R-Truth that far away. Truth now tosses him into enemy corner. Uh-oh. Truth. Uh-oh. Roll through. Oh, he should have went for the pinfall off of that. He had enough speed on that, I believe. Now Truth going to get a tag to the Miz. A hard-hitting matchup for sure. Both teams feeling the welts and the scars. Uh-oh. Wait a minute, Miz. Miz looking for that figure four. Figure four on Bronson Reed. Center of the ring. Will Bronson Reed tap out? He's feeling that pain. And Breaker realizing that and breaks it right up. Uh-oh, Miz. Miz looking for that running knee. Running knee to Bronson Reed. Now big cut to the right eye. The right eye. But Breaker right there to save the day. And now after that running knee to that face, we really got to see what is left for the Vision right now. Both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed really feeling the effects of this matchup. And Breaker, he's really out of it in the corner. Miz now. Uh-oh. Miz built. Oh, now Miz focusing on Braun Breaker. He should be focusing on Bronson Reed here. As Breaker again just getting stomped out in the corner. I mean, I like what Miz is doing to an extent, but once Bronson Reed gets back up, he's screwed, or at least I thought so. As now, here comes those world famous yes kicks again. And now, oh, right across the face. And now, uh-oh, here we go. Miz looking for the figure four once again in this matchup. Figure four applied. Will Reed have to tap out? Yes, he does. Soon as he applies it again. Awesome Truth somehow, some way, retain the World Tag Team titles live here at SummerSlam. 2 retainments in these 2 matches. We'll see how the next non-title matchup goes between Carmelo Hayes and Seth Rollins, a rivalry that has been brewing, coming to a head here live at SummerSlam. But once again, great tag team wrestling. Miz makes Bronson Reed tap out. And now it is time for that one-on-one contest like we mentioned. It is him, Carmelo Hayes, making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a prove-it match, essentially, for Carmelo Hayes, taking on one of the best in WWE, that being Seth frickin' Rollins. Former World Heavyweight Champion, former WWE Champion, former US Champion, former Tag Team Champion. Seth Rollins has done a lot here in this series. Carmelo Hayes, a former NXT Champion, former SmackDown Tag Team Champion. And on that list, he would love to beat Seth Rollins. Having an accolade like that would do wonders for this young man, Carmelo Hayes. Very cocky, confident young man that he is, but certainly he backs it up most of the time, not all the time, but certainly now with him and his wife being on the same brand, feeling pretty good about himself. And then, obviously watching Kalani Jordan retain it last night at SummerSlam. And and also the cherry on top of the sundae is Kalani Jordan pinned Becky Lynch. So it does even more wonders. As there is Seth frickin' Rollins, the ever-confident man that set a trap up on Monday Night Raw. Kalani Jordan was scheduled to come out on Monday Night Raw and kind of, I would say, talk up that triple threat matchup, hype up that triple threat matchup. Well, when she was about to, Seth Rollins grabbed her boot from behind, would get in the ring, stomp her multiple times, and then that would lead, obviously, the husband, Carmelo Hayes, to come down to the ring from the backstage area, only to get himself stomped as well. But Kalani Jordan did get revenge, pinning Becky Lynch tonight. Now can Carmelo Hayes pin Seth Rollins for a massive win in his career? It's a big moment for this young man. Rollins has had certainly major matches in his career. He's a very cocky, confident superstar as well, just like how Carmelo Hayes is. But Rollins has been here longer. He knows what to expect. He's been in these big-time matches. So like we said, he knows what to expect. He knows what to do. And we'll see if Rollins will take him to the woodshed tonight, or if Carmelo Hayes can, one-up Seth Rollins tonight. Here we go, Carmelo Hayes, one-on-one with Seth frickin' Rollins. And here go both men. Well, Hayes putting that handshake. Oh, and look at Hayes. He's like, hey, I'm not being buddy with you, Rollins. And Rollins push him in the corner. You can feel the hostility between both men here. Another collar elbow tie, feeling out process here. Hayes now from behind, gonna roll him up. Roll up here on Rollins. Will this be enough early? No. Could you imagine if Rollins lost that quickly to Carmelo Hayes, as Hayes bounces off the rope and hits him with a clothesline? And this is where I feel like Hayes has to come out here cool, calm, and collected right now. Do whatever you came out here set to do, but also with your game plan, you're going to have to adjust. If you're overly aggressive, it's just not going to work. As here we go, hook of the leg. Will this be enough? No, just a 1 count. Obviously, Rollins, getting the upper hand on Monday Night Raw, stomping Hayes into that mat multiple times. We'll see if Carmelo Hayes is close to 100% in this very matchup. Showing some agility here, back and forth. Rollins, standing drop kick, takes down Hayes. And now Rollins, springboard. Ooh, nice swanton there from Seth Rollins, the former World Heavyweight Champion. Rollins now waiting for Hayes to get up to his feet. Let's see what he can set up. Oh, bad way to be. Oh, man. Right on that top rope. That ain't going to feel too good. As now Rollins with a frog splash from the heavens. Right there on the ribs of Carmelo Hayes. As now Rollins gets hit with a vicious, or Rollins hits Carmelo Hayes with a vicious elbow. And now Rollins with a big clothesline takes Hayes to the outside. We'll see if Rollins decides to use the outside to his advantage. Rollins, see, he's cool, calm, and collected. He's not forcing himself out there. He doesn't have to. He believes this moment is bigger for Carmelo Hayes. There's now Hayes back in the ring here. And just like this past week on Raw, hold on a minute. Rollins gets hit with a Hurricane Rana reversal. That's what Rollins was doing. He gets back in the ring. He was going to try to hit him with a pedigree. Obviously on Raw, it was a stomp. This time around, it would have been a pedigree. As Hayes now building up some steam, connects with the forearm strike. Hayes now building up some momentum. Going to go high risk here. Springboard. Oh, man. That's a hard landing on the back and neck area. But he's still able to connect with that maneuver, laying out Rollins. Rollins got to be very careful with facing off with this young man, ladies and gentlemen. He can surprise you very, very quickly. As now, strike for strike. Hayes and Rollins back and forth. Who wants it more in this matchup? Hayes is really going to dig down deep to take down Seth Rollins. Look at Rollins. He's telling us, come on, man. That's all you got? Big slap from Rollins in response. Here we go. But Hayes is staying put. Oh, just as soon as you say that, Hayes gets hit with that spinning forearm. And now Rollins. What does Rollins have in store for Hayes? Uh-oh. Looking for that stomp. Hayes gets curb stomped. Is that enough? Shoulders are down. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. And now we're curious for Rollins to see what he wants to do in this particular spot. He already stomped Hayes. Does he do it again? Oh, nice neck breaker there. But look at Hayes. That's fired up Carmelo Hayes. And Rollins doesn't know how to react to it. He's about to figure it out, though, as he gets hit with that cutter maneuver there from Carmelo Hayes. Shoulders down, but at just a 1 count. And now Hayes, code breaker to Rollins out of nowhere. Shoulders are down. 1, 2. Ooh, 2.5. Very, very close. And you can feel Carmelo Hayes getting himself back in this matchup. Both men have hit big-time maneuvers. You got to feel pretty good about Hayes in response to what he just did to Rollins. As now, oh, look at Carmelo Hayes using that springboard back leg drop right there. That was absolutely perfect from Carmelo. But Rollins, he's not backing down either. Here comes Seth Rollins, going for a pedigree again, but this time around it's reversed for a second time. Into a pinfall once again. Could you imagine if he steals it? But no. Carmelo Hayes certainly knows what that pedigree looks like, so he's certainly has had his fair share of looks at it in this matchup. And certainly when you got to study a man like Seth Rollins, you got to study Triple H as well, because obviously, Seth Rollins was, a prodigy of Triple H at one time. Basically the pick man for the future, essentially, back in the day. As now Rollins, oh man, trying to cut open Mr. Hayes there. That's certainly not going to feel good. Let's see what Rollins wants to do here. Oh, look at this submission hold. This is really raking on the face. This could do some serious damage if Hayes can, get himself out of that predicament. Finally does. Now Hayes going to toss Rollins into the corner. Going to look to inflict as much damage as heavenly possible. Big scoop slam there. Hayes has him in the landing zone. Carmelo Hayes telling him to get up to his feet. Can Carmelo Hayes hit that leg drop? Yes, he does. He hits him. He hits him with the leg drop. But Hayes wasting valuable time off that leg drop. Should have just went for the pinfall right away. Shoulders are down after Hayes wasted valuable time too. Oh, he could have won that matchup, but he decided to do that. We all know why he did it, so that Rollins obviously couldn't grab the bottom rope, but sometimes you just got to do it. Especially in a marquee matchup like this, where you're showing to the world that you can face off with these main event talent dudes. It's a big clubbing blows right to the side of the face there. And right now, like we said, Carmelo Hayes standing toe to toe right now with Rollins. As now a back slam there. Takes down Rollins. Slowly but surely trying to send a message here and pick up one of the biggest wins of his whole entire career. And now Hayes again going to go to the top rope here. Uh-oh. Is he looking for that second leg drop? Melo says he don't miss. Oh, and he hits him with the flying cross body. I would have thought maybe a leg drop because to try to put this matchup away, but hey, Carmelo Hayes is going to do what Carmelo Hayes wants to do. That was a beautiful moonsault there from the apron. Hayes is looking pretty good here. Momentum all in the favor of Carmelo Hayes as he hits him with that slam again outside. Rollins may not know where he is at this moment as Rollins gets tossed in the middle of that ring. Uh-oh. Hayes now setting up Seth Rollins. Oh, the code breaker for a second time. Code breaker once again. But Hayes is not going to go for the pinfall. I think that's a mistake from Carmelo Hayes as he hits him with that swinging neck breaker of sorts. And now Hayes going to the top rope again. Is he going to try to end it with the leg drop? Melo, don't miss. Middle of the ring, he hits that leg drop. And now Hayes. Is this the biggest win for Carmelo Hayes too? No, 2.9. You couldn't ask for a better scenario for Carmelo Hayes there. And then another springboard moonsault just for good measure. Oh, and a big cut this time. Big cut for Rollins. Oh, that is a gusher, ladies and gentlemen. That is a big gusher there. And you can probably sense the frustration in Carmelo Hayes, which is totally understandable. You're hitting those big-time maneuvers. It just has not been enough. As Hayes with another elbow drop this time around, looking to defeat Rollins. Is this it? Oh, 2.9. And Hayes is like, come on, man. You got to count a little bit faster. That should have been 3. It's been one heck of a matchup Carmelo Hayes has had this matchup the last couple minutes. And as soon as I say that, Rollins right there looking to end the matchup. But look at Carmelo Hayes, one step ahead with a nice snapmare suplex. Or not a snapmare, but a snap suplex. And now Carmelo, another swinging neck breaker of sorts. Very, very effective. Now you're in the moment of the matchup where you're Carmelo Hayes. You got to pull something else out of your repertoire, or hit the same move back to back. That certainly will get the job done to an extent. And man, look at that cut, ladies and gentlemen, just spewing for the temple there of Seth frickin' Rollins. If I'm Rollins, I'm rolling out of the ring if I have to. This right now is just a beatdown of epic proportion. As all we saw this earlier from Hayes, that springboard reversal leg drop. And right now, Melo ain't missing. And no, here comes Rollins back inside the ring. He's like, let's do this, kid. As now, big scoop slam. Here comes Rollins in the top rope district. Here live in Newark, New Jersey. Rollins, what is he thinking from the top rope? Oh, flying clothesline takes down Carmelo. But Carmelo Hayes rolled out the ring as well, realizing he was in trouble. And now pump up. Oh, vicious maneuver. That will certainly send a message there to Hayes. Who wants it more in the later stages of this matchup? Will it be Carmelo Hayes? Will it be Seth frickin' Rollins? Both men have put their heart, sweat, and tears into this very match. Going for a kick in the midsection. It would have been either a pedigree or a stomp, I'm assuming anyway. And Hayes just looking into the side of the face there, waiting for Rollins to wake up a little bit, but that could ultimately cost him. Rollins, oh, vicious neck breaker. Uh-oh. Rollins looking to curb stomp him all the way back. No, he caught him with a cutter. He caught him with a cutter. Carmelo Hayes. This could be the moment this young man needs. Carmelo Hayes. Is he going to look for that leg drop to finish this match? Carmelo Hayes, no, he goes for a corkscrew, ruining a moment. Very well could have just connected with a leg drop, and that probably game, set, match over. It's a pivotal moment lost for Hayes there. And now he's going to eat a good old-fashioned buckle bomb that we have not seen in forever. Vicious buckle bomb. And now Rollins is going to look to end this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Rollins stomping Hayes into the very mat. And that's got to be it. 2, 3. Seth Rollins puts down Carmelo Hayes. What a match, though. Very impressed with Carmelo Hayes in that matchup. Just the ending of the matchup, though, just you got to pick different maneuvers, I believe, but the visionary gets the job done. I mean, that's why he's on top of his game, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll have to wait and see what is next for Seth Rollins coming out of SummerSlam. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the women's tag team titles to be on the very line. We've already seen the U.S. Championship on the line. Bianca Belair losing that matchup. She could not regain it. So now, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill have to go to war against Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair from Friday Night SmackDown. And certainly over the last couple of weeks, we've seen Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair go at it against Alexa Blash Legend and Nia Jax. On Friday Night SmackDown, Nia Jax defeating Alexa Bliss, and then on the week prior, Charlotte defeated Lash Legend. Obviously no build-up against Bianca or Jade. Now we got ourselves a good old-fashioned tag team matchup. They certainly know these women. We'll see how they fare, though, as here comes the Queen, former Women's World Champion, and will now look to add to the women's tag team division with those tag team titles. And there she is, ladies and gentlemen, Charlotte Flair making her way down to the very ring. Her and Alexa Bliss have amazing chemistry, and we'll see if these, essentially you can call them NXT originals, you know, these women have come through NXT. Can they get those tag team titles for the very first time as a duo? Alexa Bliss has had some tag team championships in her past, so we'll see if she can do it with Charlotte Flair this time around. It's a big time moment for Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. Bianca, she had a match earlier on tonight, so this is the perfect time for Charlotte and Alexa to target Bianca Belair. If Bianca and Jade are smart, you gotta keep Bianca out of this match as much as possible early on. Keep Jade in there as much as possible. Then when you get the upper hand, allow Bianca to get tagged in so she can get the ball rolling even more. But that's just me, part of strategy. This crowd is absolutely ready for this women's tag team championship matchup. Last night it was a pretty good tag matchup, and we'll see if it can get even better here tonight at SummerSlam. I cannot wait. is going to be a terrific tag team matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, we are about, I would say, halfway through the card tonight. We still got the women take all matches with Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan for the women's championship and the women's intercontinental title. Plus also the 2 out of 3 falls match. Loser leaves Raw between Solo versus Jacob Fatu. We still got the WWE Championship, CM Punk and Joe Hendry. Plus your main event tonight, The Rock versus John Cena, with a major stipulations to that match. As now you are seeing the Storm has once again arrived here to SummerSlam. And there she is, Jade Cargill. One of the strongest women in all of WWE, multi-time women's tag team champion with Bianca Belair, and they look to retain it tonight. But this woman, she's going to have to be the MVP of this matchup. I feel like she has to. Bianca cannot be in this matchup early. If so, it's going to be it's going to be a short title reign, and it's not going to do anything for their confidence down the road. Yes, they beat Lash Legend, they beat Nia Jax, becoming new champions. Then Bianca loses to Nikki Bella tonight in a hard-fought match. That matchup literally could have gone either way, but Nikki Bella hit the Bella Buster at the very end and walked out victorious. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen, how Bianca's going to be. It is, oh man, I feel bad for Jade and Bianca. Obviously, they're not asking us to feel bad for them, but hey, it's all a part of WWE. You always got to be ready, especially if you have multiple matches throughout the night. And here we go. Here comes the EST, Bianca Belair, who had a matchup earlier on tonight. And as you can tell, having some welts on the face there for sure. And certainly probably once she takes off her jacket, you're going to see some on her ribs and all over the place, honestly. So it's very tough to see that, but hey, Bianca Belair calls herself the toughest, the roughest, the bestest, the everything in between. Maybe not the bestest, because bestest isn't really a word, but she's the strongest, the toughest, and certainly you can't put it past for Bianca to continue to love to be in these multi-women matches, but to an extent, it's going to cause some lengthy reigns. But we'll see how it goes no matter what, though, for those women's tag team championships.
Introducing the challengers, the team of Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. And their opponents, the team of Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We have veteran official Charles Robinson. And certainly we know he's going to call it right down the middle. Here we go. Alexa and Jade will kick us off. And referee has officially rung the bell. And looks like Jade and Bianca actually listening to me. And starting off with Jade in the matchup. I just feel like that's what you got to do. You got to... Obviously, in between matches, Bianca's had some time to somewhat recuperate, but in this tag matchup, it's going to be grueling at times. So Jade's got to try to take a lot of the blunt of the assault early in these matches, I believe. But we'll see what type of game plan they get as Jade tags in Bianca early on. Okay, well we're gonna see how Bianca is in shape or not. Certainly, like I said, you can see the welts already. Not as bad as what it should be, but hey, We'll see if Alexa and Charlotte can capitalize with Bianca being in here early. Bianca now with a hard Irish whip into the corner. Oh, I think she was going to try to get a tag there. I think they're going to try to, use those frequent tags. Kind of like what we saw Division do earlier on tonight for those Raw Tag Team titles. And now Charlotte getting tagged into this ring. Oh, big kick to the gut. And we all know Charlotte will for sure use that against Bianca. Those welts, the ones on her face, her stomach, her back, all over the place. Charlotte Flair will make Bianca suffer in this matchup. Let's look at this head scissors situation here. Bianca could tap out here. I mean, like we mentioned, she went through a lot just matches ago. So this could honestly be like a knockout or a pass out situation. Oh, but a big reversal from Bianca. Bianca's a fighter. I'm not putting anything past her, but in this situation, I would not want her to be in this ring early on. But I'm just the announcer. I'm just calling the matches. But certainly there's times where I think I am realistic with how I would go about it. But hey, that's fine. Oh, look at that choke slam from Jade Cargill. That will definitely help the chances of them retaining the titles if we see a lot more of that. And now Jade gonna do frequent tags, which is fine to an extent. It allowed Bianca to continue the offense. Well, at least we thought so. As now, boom, big elbows right to the ribs. And now Charlotte Flair gonna work that back here. Oh, no, she won't. Ooh, vicious knee. But vicious DDT from Charlotte. Answer for answer there. Charlotte feeling pretty good about herself. And we know, obviously, there was a past between Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair. Obviously, Charlotte was one of the ones that knocked off Jade Cargill when she was a double champ. Obviously, it started with, Alexa Bliss, essentially, with a cash-in, taking down Jade Cargill last year, and then eventually Charlotte and Jade would go at each other, and Charlotte would knock off Jade. It really brought down Jade Cargill. And that's when, eventually Jade and Bianca over the months would set up a kind of a tag team. And it was rough early on, but, over the last, I can't give you the exact months, but I would say maybe under or over 6 months or so, I would say Bianca and Jade have done quite well in the women's tag team division, and right now they are at least two-time women's tag team champions that I can recall. So we'll see if they can continue that run tonight by retaining over Alexa and Charlotte. Ooh, I don't think Alexa Bliss knew what she was doing. She's just kind of running in circles, and Jade's like, you gotta slow it down, girl. And now tosses her into the corner, right into a punch from Bianca. And Jade talking that trash right now. Trying to hit her with that pump kick. Did not work out in her favor. And now, big punch to the face there. Takes it to Jade Cargill. And Cargill gets the hot tag. Oh, nice rebound takedown there of Bianca. And now Alexa Bliss trying to go to the high, or the second rope there. Looking to fly here. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, nice missile drop kick takes down the champ. Oh, going for the double knees. That would have definitely done well against Bianca due to that damage that Bianca has suffered against Nikki Bella. Ooh, a vicious elbow. Back and forth we go. Let's see if Alexa Bliss maybe thinking of tag. No, guess not, but she eats an elbow, taking a little bit too much time in that situation. And now a hard Irish whip into the other corner. Well, Bianca wants to build up some speed first. Oh, that certainly will help out a little bit. And now just going to stomp away on the chest area. And like we mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, we are well over halfway through the Summerslam card. As we've seen retainments, we've seen shocking results with new champions such as Johnny Gargano defeating NXT champion Cody Rhodes to become the new champion. So Gargano is on top of the world there in NXT now. Now Alexa Bliss, hook of the leg, pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? 2, 2.5. Matchup continues. Plus tonight, Shawn Spears beat Penta. That means Shawn Spears is a 2-time European champion. That rivalry between both of those men is now over, and we'll see Shawn Spears if he can build up that European Championship division. I'm very curious to see what that's going to look like with Shawn Spears taking the head of that division now. There's now Alexa Bliss. Here we go, going for a scoop slam. Trying to just do as much as possible against Bianca. If I'm Alexa Bliss, honestly, at this point, I'm making sure Bianca is far away from Jade Cargill so she can't get a tag. But hey, that's just me. Let's see what Bianca and Jade want to do here. Wheelbarrow, DDT, and then connect with a vicious wheelbarrow slam. Jade Cargill now right in front of Charlotte Flair. Hook of the leg, but no, just a 1 count. An easy breakup there from Miss Charlotte Flair. So now Alexa Bliss tossed into the corner here. Let's see if Bianca and Jade can start doing some damage here. A little bit more damage to really put the pressure as a double back body drop, hard landing for Miss Alexa Bliss. There's now Bianca tossing her on the ropes here. Super kick right to the ribs. That takes down Alexa Bliss. And now, good old-fashioned handstand. Oh, right on the ribs. Bianca's absolutely fired up, but I don't think she realizes it's going to see a fresh Charlotte Flair make her presence known here. Here we go. Off the ropes, into a spear, but no uppercut. Uppercut from Bianca. And now Bianca has her up and going to connect with a big-time front slam. Just when you thought maybe Charlotte was going to be able to change it up, did not work out in her favor. Now Bianca with a big old leg drop. Big pinfall opportunity right in front of Alexa, but obviously it will be broken up. Oh, look at Bianca going to go for that vicious neck breaker. We saw that earlier on tonight against Nikki Bella. Ultimately, Nikki Bella was still retain the U.S. Championship. We'll see if that gets the same result with Charlotte and Alexa actually being the new tag team champions. As Bianca moonsault to Charlotte, moonsault to Charlotte. Is this it? Shoulders are down. 2, no, 2.5. Matchup continues. And now hard Irish up in the corner. This is where this game gets even more dangerous here, ladies and gentlemen. As Charlotte looking for electric chair. Bianca realizes she's in trouble here and able to slip out of it. I can only imagine if Bianca gets hit with that, what that looks like for them. Just look at that, the strength, the power from the EST there. And now when you're in this part of the matchup, obviously frequent tags are going to help you, like what Jade and Bianca are going to do. You know, Bianca actually isn't doing too bad from what I thought with that Nikki Bella matchup. She's doing quite well, and I'm not trying to count out Bianca whatsoever. It's just, you know, it was a grueling matchup, and she very well could have won that U.S. Championship. It just did not work out in her favor. As now looking for a pump handle front slam, or however else you really want to call it. That's a very effective maneuver there from Jade, and that's doing wonders. As again, frequent tags, just trying to take it to the queen. As now Bianca has her up here, looking for some snake eyes, and she connects. Now just going to stomp away in the corner. Oof. Especially with that maneuver, Bianca Belair may be able to hit some powerful maneuvers to try to put down Charlotte Flair once and for all here. Maybe a KOD, or maybe we see a Jaded from Jade Cargill to retain the championships here. Anything is possible. As we're going to see that wheelbarrow maneuver once again. Bianca Belair going to go for that DDT into the wheelbarrow slam. Saw that moments ago, but it seems like it's very effective. Jade Cargill right in front of Alexa Bliss, and Bliss with an easy breakup there. And like we mentioned, still to come tonight, that Women's Intercontinental and Women's Championship all on at the same time. Winner takes all there on Friday Night SmackDown. Will it be Liv Morgan on the Judgment Day, or will it be Rhea Ripley? It will definitely change the effects of what everything is going to be looking like, as Bianca Belair just whipped Charlotte Flair. We saw the same thing happen to Nikki Bella as well in that matchup earlier on tonight, as now Bianca has Charlotte up for a KOD. KOD, referee is in position, but Alexa Bliss right there to break it up. And also, I'm really looking forward to that essentially 3 stages of hell, or you call it 2 out of 3 falls. I mean, there's so many different ways you can call it, but there's 3 big matches. You got a submission matchup as what a pump kick. That really had some recoil there, and that really pushed Charlotte Flair really towards that corner. It's now, well, on a minute, Jade Cargill telling Charlotte to get up to her feet. Jade Cargill has her up, looking for some jaded, and down goes Charlotte. And she believes that's going to be enough. Alexa Bliss right there, though. It's a straight shot, though. An easy breakup there. And Jade Cargill getting involved, taking out Alexa Bliss, at least trying to throw her out of the way, which I don't blame her. I mean, it cuts her off, but she could be a distraction. Robinson's like, come on, Alexa Bliss, you gotta move. As a back suplex folds her in half like an accordion. And again, looking to set up Jaded one more time. Charlotte Flair feels jaded as she gets the top of her forehead cut. And Alexa Bliss right there to save the day. And once again, Jade Cargill is going to have to continue to hit these big-time maneuvers. Charlotte is just in trouble. She has not been able to get out of this predicament whatsoever. As now Jade Cargill flexing on the competition. Jade Cargill with a flying clothesline. And Charlotte doing the right thing. She's fired up now. She's trying to get something going as she hits that big-time twirling slam. Now the Queen going to show you some knees, some good old-fashioned knees right to the ribs. See if the Queen, like we mentioned, get herself back in this matchup. She got decimated by Cargill the last couple moments here. Really work on these head scissors. Oh, and a vicious elbow, and I believe that has cut open Jade Cargill. Oh yeah, that's right above the right eye area. Big cut there. So you got the top of the forehead area for Charlotte Flair, and then Jade Cargill, certainly on the right side. Queen, the Queen, Charlotte Flair, the Queen with a moonsault, oh my goodness, on the biggest stage of Summerslam, ladies and gentlemen. What a moment. And Charlotte Flair with the head scissors here. Jade Cargill, she's tapping out, but doesn't mean they lose the championships. They still get the championships right now. It's not a false count anywhere matchup. So if you're Charlotte, you toss her in there, you probably win the championships maybe. Oh goodness, dropped her on her head and neck. Oof, that is not going to feel good. I know she just wants to inflict as much pain as heavenly possible, but right now, the Queen, maybe it's getting to her, but she has to get Jade in the ring for her to win the titles. And she finally does that as she sets her eyes on Bianca there for a quick second. Charlotte, what is she thinking? Charlotte Flair, handstand, clothesline. Is that enough? Is she going to go for the pinfall? She's taking her time with it. She's not too sure. Oh, she's going to do it right in front of Bianca. She's going to embarrass Jade. Will Jade have to tap out? She's going to try to bridge this. If she bridges this is game, set, match over. She bridges it. She bridges it. This has to be it. But no, Jade able to get out of it. She tapped out moments ago outside, but somehow survives inside the ring, which is very surprising to say the least. And now Charlotte gets the upper hand with natural selection. Pinfall opportunity. Poke of the leg, but just a 1 count due to the breakup of Bianca. And now here comes Alexa Bliss looking to put this matchup away here. Having to deal with Jade Cargill will not be an easy thing as she connects with a scoop slam. Can Alexa hit her with that twisted bliss? Oh, the double knees. And then again to the double knees. Now going to go for another pinfall, but it looks like Bianca right there to save the day again. All hell has broken loose in this matchup as little Miss Bliss with that twisted bliss. And again, going to be broken up by Bianca. We're in the stages of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, where the superstars realize they got to continue breaking it up as another twisted bliss to Jade Cargill. And again, another breakup. As now here comes Alexa Bliss. Uh-oh, looking for Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail. Sister Abigail, pinfall. Is this enough? No, it is not. What a matchup, ladies and gentlemen. These women have been putting it all on the line for these women's tag team championships. At first, you really thought maybe Jade and Bianca were going to pull away there, but really, Charlotte Flair, she was able to do some stuff outside the ring, inside the ring, which you thought when she hit the figure 8 leg lock, you thought just maybe Jade would tap out, but she was able to get out of it. She tapped out outside, which was probably an actual strategy. You think, okay, hey, I can tap this woman out, get her back in the ring, and she doesn't tap out, you get surprised. At least that's just my guess, as Jade Cargill gets hit with a scoop slam. Alexa Bliss now again, going to go high risk, high reward, and another twisted bliss, and another potential breakup it is. Breakup City, and Alexa Bliss now. Alexa Bliss, DDT, she spiked Bianca on her head. That was absolutely vicious, ladies and gentlemen. As now Jade Cargill getting up to her feet. If Alexa Bliss wants to put away Jade Cargill, this could be the moment you need. She's taking valuable time. She's dealing with Bianca, and she gets hit with a super kick. And now Jade from behind, hitting her with that twirl tornado bomb. That could be enough, honestly, unless Charlotte breaks it up. Oh, so close. Very close, ladies and gentlemen. And now Jade, here she comes with a running uppercut. And now Charlotte, it may be her time to try to really break up everything. As now Cargill going to look for some Jaded here at SummerSlam to Alexa Bliss. Pinfall opportunity. Now Charlotte Flair breaks it up. Very, very close once again, but these superstars got to realize they got to take out the other superstar on the apron. As now Bianca looking for the moonsault, and she connects to the back of Alexa Bliss. Now Bianca with a neck breaker takes her down to the outside. Now Bianca and Charlotte gonna go at it. 2-for-1 special here, live here at SummerSlam. And now Jade will get the tag into this match. And Jade Cargill not wasting time, realizing she has to grab Alexa Bliss, throw her in the ring, and maybe put her away. Charlotte Flair is down and out at the moment. Oh, wait a minute. Jade Cargill with a choke slam on the apron. That honestly could be it, but no. Look at Jade just flexing on her opponent. Uh-oh. Jade Cargill looking to go high risk. Elbow right to the chest. Right there to the chest. And Charlotte Flair making a recovery there and ends up saving the day. It's now hard Irish whip off the ropes. Jade Cargill catches her with a choke slam. Can she hit it? That was a question. She does. Choke slam out of nowhere. Could that be enough? No, it is not. Charlotte Flair saves the day. Bianca and certainly Charlotte Flair have done wonders in saving this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at this. Another. That twisting blue thunder bomb is now Charlotte having to try to break it up. And she does. as Jade tosses Alexa Bliss into the corner. And now, oh, I think that's a mistake. She's tossing her over by Charlotte. Maybe that's what Jade wants to do. And oh, right, oh my goodness, just pouncing at her. I honestly think that'd be a mistake to throw her towards her partner, just because obviously that could be a quick tag. As now Jade stopped not playing around anymore, at least you don't think, and now looking for another Jaded to Alexa Bliss, and down goes Bliss. Jade Cargill looking to win the matchup, but Charlotte Flair right there again to save the day. And like I said, in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, in this matchup, it's all about right place, right time, and that's where the partners have been. Charlotte and Bianca saving the match every single time, and then there's been situations where it's a 2-on-1 situation, but they just don't capitalize in the right moments. As now Bianca Belair tosses her off the ropes here. Uh-oh. Has her up. What goes up must come down. And this is going to lead to a possible KOD, ladies and gentlemen. Alexa Bliss. KOD to Alexa Bliss. Will this be enough? Charlotte Flair right there to save the day. As Bianca Belair again setting up her opponent, but these ladies got to realize you got to take each other out. You can hit all the lovely big maneuvers all you want, but it won't do much unless they decide not to come in and break it up, and Charlotte saves the day for Alexa Bliss again. I know Alexa Bliss is dazed and confused, but she's got to try to get a tag here or try to reverse Jade Cargill, or once again, this is just going to be Finisher City tonight here at SummerSlam. So Alexa Bliss is up again, and she eats Jaded. Another pinfall opportunity, but again, Charlotte Flair right there to save the day. As while these women continue to go at it, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see some big-time matches in store. Like we mentioned, a matchup I was trying to briefly get us into is that 2 out of 3 falls matchup between Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu later on tonight. The very first matchup of that 2 out of 3 falls matchup will be a submission match. So obviously no pinfalls in that matchup, straight up submission. You got to submit your opponent in the middle of the ring. And both men aren't really known for submissions. You got to make your opponent tap out or essentially quit, pretty much, in that situation. Then, after that, it is a Falls Count Anywhere match. So, obviously, anything is involved. There's a pump kick there from Alexa Bliss. Pinfall opportunity, and Charlotte breaks it up once again. But it's a Falls Count Anywhere. Anything can happen. You can have the submissions or pinfalls outside of the ring, in the crowd, on the stage, wherever it may be. And then, if we get to a third stage, which Jacob Fatu sounds like he really wants it to go to a third stage, it will be a Hell in a Cell matchup, Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, if it happens to make it that far. But someone could end up getting the first 2 falls. So we'll see how that is all going to pan out tonight live here at SummerSlam. Big time matchup there. Also, that represents Monday Night Raw. We have the SmackDown WWE Championship match, where the best in the world, CM Punk, takes on the King of the Ring winner, that being Joe Hendry. As hold on, Charlotte went after Jade Cargill instead of breaking it up, ladies and gentlemen. And we get ourselves a winner. Bianca and Jade Cargill are still the women's tag team champions. Very surprising, to be honest with you. I think maybe Charlotte thought she had enough time to take out Jade in the process, then break it up. But I think you break it up and then you attack Jade. But hey, it did not work out well, and Bianca and Jade Cargill are still your women's tag team champions. Hard fought match. Congratulations to Bianca and Jade Cargill tonight at SummerSlam, as we continue with more matchups here on SummerSlam.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Women's Intercontinental and the WWE Women's Championships.
And here comes Liv Morgan, the Women's Intercontinental Champion. A rivalry that has been essentially renewed, or a rivalry that has never been quote unquote finished. It may very well be finished tonight, or maybe it's just another added chapter. It is a winner take all. It is for the Women's Intercontinental title as well as the Women's Championship. Both Rhea's championship and Liv Morgan's championship is on the line. A double title matchup has been activated. It's very rare here in WWE, but it is happening tonight. And certainly we will never, ever hear the end of it if Liv Morgan decides, or I shouldn't say decides, but if she wins against Rhea Ripley tonight. And certainly if Rhea wins, we still won't hear the end of it if Liv loses. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But this is going to be a good, hard-hitting matchup. The rivalry is going to be there. The intensity, the back and forth is going to be there. And I'm surprised, honestly, Liv Morgan, she could have used Dirty Dom here at ringside for a distraction. But hey, maybe that's still the case. I don't know if that will happen. As there is the women's champion, Rhea Bloody Ripley, multi-time women's champion here in the series. Ended up getting that championship back after Alexa Bliss cashed in on her. She would get it back live there at Evolution. Now, she wants to not only still be the women's champion, she also wants to add that women's intercontinental title. It's a big chance for that, and certainly if there's no Judgment Day, if there's no Roxanne, if there's no Raquel getting involved, no Dominic, no Finn, no JD, this is a good wrestling match we're going to see. You never know what kind of distractions are going to come through tonight at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is one of those events, you never know what may happen, who may show up, who may get involved. Rhea Bloody Ripley looking to make a statement, a brutality statement tonight, and just beat the respect, beat the snot out of Liv Morgan tonight and take that Intercontinental Championship away from her. But we all know Liv Morgan, she is dangerous as she is. She's going to do everything in her power to try to steal a victory and become double champ Liv at any means possible. And certainly that would be a breakout moment, I think, for Liv Morgan for sure, if she's able to capture both the Women's Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. And I'm not saying that, it's not a breakout moment for Rhea, but Liv Morgan has never held a WWE Women's Championship before. She's obviously Intercontinental Champion. She's been a multi-time Women's Tag Team Champion, but she has never made it to the pinnacle. She's never made it to the top of the championships. She has never held that Women's Undisputed Championship. She's never held the Women's World Championship.
Introducing first, from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, Liv Morgan. And her opponent, from Adelaide, Australia, the WWE Women's Champion, Rhea Ripley.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. It is time for the winner take all here at SummerSlam. Liv Morgan seems like she's ready. Rhea Ripley has not taken her eyes off Liv Morgan. Here we go. Winner takes all. As Liv misses that running clothesline, and Rhea Ripley going to try to make her pay. The feeling out process early on. So we start dwindling down on matches here at SummerSlam. We got the winner take all matchup here. We got the 2 out of 3. Loser leaves the Raw brand between Solo and Jacob. You got the WWE Championship from Friday Night SmackDown. CM Punk, Joe Hendry, as well as the main event tonight, The Rock versus John Cena. This very well could be John Cena's final match in WWE if Cena loses tonight. If Cena wins, he's no longer under the control of The Rock. Cena can retire whenever he wants to. There's a pinfall from Liv Morgan. Shoulders are down, but a strong kick out from Rhea. If Cena wins, like I said, no longer under the control of Rock, as well as Cena is going to try to change up what NXT looks like. Because The Rock came in here at the WWE draft and changed everything, treating NXT as a third brand. Now Cena wants to say, hey, we're treating this as a developmental brand, which, growing the future, grow them up, and then they can come up to Raw and SmackDown. So we'll see how that all pans out. There is a lot of great talent there in NXT, and I'm not talking about superstars that have shown up on Raw and SmackDown before and are on NXT right now. There's tremendous young talent down there. As now Liv Morgan, high risk, big frog splash there to Rhea Ripley. And I think Liv Morgan has Rhea Ripley right where she wants her right now. It's been very tough sledding for Rhea. As now, hold on, roll up. I feel like Rhea Ripley, doing those roll-ups, that's perfectly fine. You got to do that sometimes. You got to keep the champ on her toes. Obviously, both women are the champ, but only one woman is walking out with both of those titles. Unless for some reason one decides to disqualify themselves. And then obviously both women would retain the same championships. There's now Rhea Ripley. Here we go. What is she thinking about? Oh, what a face buster. That certainly ain't going to feel too good. As now Rhea Ripley, pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? No. Strong kick out at 2. And now, for both of these women, I'm very curious what their strategy is at this moment. Kind of going at it as a code breaker. Code breaker out of nowhere from Liv Morgan. And now Liv looking to set up Rhea Ripley here. And Rhea Ripley realizing what Liv Morgan may have been thinking about. My guess is possibly Oblivion. Just a guess. As here we go. Yep. Oblivion there from Liv Morgan. Is that enough? Are we going to see double champ Liv? 2. Oh, very close though. 2.5. The matchup continues. In this matchup, ladies and gentlemen, you got to pick the right moments in the matchup to really pick your spot. Because sometimes, just going back and forth with your opponent, it just drags it out. But if you can kind of pick your moment and be able to start capitalizing on maneuvers, this is great. And Liv Morgan is kind of pulling ahead right now. She's trying to work the leg, but her legs are too short to connect to Rhea Ripley at that time. And now Liv going for a suplex. Nope. Rhea Ripley from behind. Ooh, big clothesline to the legs. And now here we go. Rhea Ripley going to look for a front slam again. Yes, she does. And the one thing we haven't really seen Liv Morgan do in this matchup, I'll probably jinx it if I do say it, is the Three Amigos. We know how she just loves to hit that maneuver. And now Rhea Ripley with that nice snapmare takedown. Really a strong kick to the middle of that spine. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, well, this is to be expected, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Raquel Rodriguez. Of course, the Judgment Day are going to get involved in this damn matchup. And you hate to see that, ladies and gentlemen, as Liv Morgan coming from behind, but Rhea Ripley realizing Liv Morgan was using that as a distraction, and she connects with a backbreaker. Raquel Rodriguez coming out here trying to be a big distraction, and then ultimately maybe it's going to end up screwing Liv and Judgment Day. Ooh, big time maneuver there from Rhea Ripley. Different variation of a riptide there. Instead of Rhea going for the pinfall, she decides not to. And now it's essentially a 2-on-1 situation, ladies and gentlemen. As now Rhea going to go for the pinfall. Hold on just a minute. Rhea Ripley. Uh-oh. Ooh, 2.5. I thought Raquel was going to break it up. And I think Raquel was going to, but she realized they would have screwed Liv possibly from winning the championship. It would have been just a disqualification. It would suck that this match would be ruined by the Judgment Day. But I just can't put it past him, I suppose. As now Rhea Ripley, big elbow halfway across the ring, really working on that midsection. Rhea Ripley now, ooh, she's going for the headbutt. Liv Morgan catches her with Oblivion. And now going to go for the pinfall. It may be double champ time for Liv Morgan, but no, 2.5. The match up continues. Rhea Ripley's got to really get something going. It looks like Raquel has left from what I've seen, unless she's hiding up in the crowd somewhere. As now Liv with a scoop slam. Simple and effective maneuver. And you got to feel maybe a little bit of frustration maybe brewing in the mind of Liv Morgan. Ooh, code breaker. Code breaker from the second rope. Very innovative maneuver. I think we've seen that from Liv Morgan before. And now Liv looking for Oblivion one more time. And she connects. I think we're about to see a new champion. No, big kick out. How much more can you take? Is Liv Morgan again setting up Rhea Ripley for another Oblivion? It is Oblivion City tonight to Rhea Ripley, and that certainly has got to be it, right? No, it is not. Holy mackerel. Liv Morgan has hit a bunch of those on Rhea Ripley, and it just has not been enough to put her down just yet. As oh, look at, oh my goodness, what a maneuver there from Liv. She's pulling out all the stops on the hottest night of the summer. And little shades of what I was talking about earlier on tonight. But luckily Rhea Ripley saw it coming because she knows Dirty Dom very well. And now, wait a minute, Rhea Ripley looking to steal a victory here. Can she become double champ? No, just a 2 count. The matchup continues. She's got to start hitting some riptides and some headbutts and some other major maneuvers. Oh, well, that certainly will help her chances. Certainly, if Liv can't stand or see it, will definitely do Rhea Ripley some wonders. Is now Rhea telling Liv to get up to her feet. What does the champion have in store for the Intercontinental Champion? And another front slam. Now Rhea looking to go high risk here. This is halfway across the ring. I don't even know if she's going to hit this. Especially in the later stages of this matchup, I don't think it's worth it. It's Rhea Ripley now, again, just stomping away. Down goes Liv. Now let's see what the women's champion can set up here. She's thinking Riptide maybe. Rhea Ripley has her up. Down she goes. Riptide. Is that enough to retain? 1, 2. No, 2.5. She would have became the Intercontinental Champion if she was able to win there. And now Rhea, front slam down. Liv Morgan goes. Rhea Ripley really connecting with those maneuvers there over and over again. And this is what Rhea needs to do. Slow down the matchup. Liv Morgan just is hitting a lot of those Oblivions. And it wasn't enough. And now Liv Morgan looking for the trifecta of suplexes again, but she tried and just did not work out in her favor. As now a snapmare takedown. Or at least attempted to get something going there. Probably not the best match you'll see between Rhea and Liv Morgan, but I think it's just due to, obviously, these women have a lot going on in this matchup. Obviously, their strategies are probably a little different because both championships are on the line. It's not just one championship. It's not just Liv's championship. It's also Rhea Ripley's championship. So these women are trying to be extra careful, which I don't blame them. As now Liv tossing Rhea Ripley to the other side of the arena. High risk, high reward situation this late in the matchup. Liv Morgan flying crossbody right in front of the Minute Maid barricade. I wish I could say we were sponsored by them, but we are not. It is a big Three Amigos coming the way of Rhea Ripley, ladies and gentlemen. The first time we've actually seen it in this matchup. Normally by this time in a matchup, Liv Morgan's probably on her 5th or 6th. Now Rhea Ripley tosses Liv Morgan. That was a hard shot of that shoulder especially. And this is what Rhea needs to do. I would say, Rhea, just stay in the ring there. Recuperate. I know you don't want to give, Liv Morgan time, but you both recuperate at this moment. But, we'll see who it affects at the end of this night. As Rhea Ripley tossed down to the other side. Whose ball game is it going to be? We've seen a bunch of Oblivions. We've seen a Riptide. We've seen a little bit of everything in this match. Now Liv tosses Rhea Ripley into the corner. At least trying to overpower her at least. And now going to go for a scoop slam once again. So eventually it's going to start adding up. As now Liv Morgan, high risk, high reward here. Will this be enough to become the new women's champion? Liv Morgan with a drop kick from the top. And now, shoulders are down. Oh, look at this. Liv Morgan going to use the ropes to her advantage. Not like this. Not like this. Oh, thankfully. Very close. Almost enough to keep Rhea Ripley down. And uh-oh. Liv looking for another Oblivion. And again, she has hit it. Rhea could not just figure out how to block that. And that may be it. And it is. Liv Morgan is double champion on Friday Night SmackDown. We are not going to hear the end of this for sure, ladies and gentlemen. Liv Morgan brought the fight to Rhea Ripley, and she is on top of the SmackDown universe. She's the WWE Women's Champion as well as the Intercontinental Champion. Can't wait to see that on Friday Night SmackDown, as both Solo and Jacob Fatu have made it down to the ring here just moments ago while this gets started. This is a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. It is a submission hold matchup. Submission hold matchup in the first fall. The second one will change to a falls count anywhere matchup. And then after that, if we get that far, it's a Hell in a Cell match. There's now Fatu. Oh, getting a little high risk there. Liv Morgan didn't really get to celebrate too much, but I'm sure she'll definitely be celebrating backstage here. But certainly just having this Solo Sikoa Jacob Fatu matchup, this is going to be a barn burner of a matchup here. Both men are really going to have to dig down deep in the terms of having to have a submission hold. Both men don't really have a submission hold, at least introduced yet. Maybe, just maybe, one of them will introduce something tonight. They're going to have to. Very curious what that may be. Could it be a Coquita clutch? Like what we saw on the first night of SummerSlam when Goldberg was tapped out by Gunther. Goldberg was looking pretty good in that matchup. I thought Goldberg was going to be able to win that matchup, ladies and gentlemen, but it didn't turn out that way. We saw the Coquita clutch, and it was it for Goldberg. Or what a lot of people call Oldberg. Hard Irish whip off the ropes, and Fatu runs into an elbow. And for this rivalry, gentlemen, it all comes to a head tonight. Someone is losing and going to Friday Night SmackDown. What does that look like? Especially for Solo, taking his MFTs on over to SmackDown. And then same for Jacob Fatu. I mean, it's going to be a fresh start for both of these superstars no matter what. As, what the hell? Jacob Fatu, oh my goodness! Risking it all with a superplex outside the ring. This crazy werewolf, holy moly. Not only sacrificing himself, but sacrificing Solo Sikoa. And I understand doing it to an extent, but this is just the first matchup. We have, obviously, a submission match, a Falls Count Anywhere match, and then also a Hell in a Cell matchup if it gets that far. It's just crazy to think that we're getting that. It's Fatu with a big knee right there to the midsection area. And now Fatu, oh, leg drop right there on that elbow area, wrist. Don't want to take too much damage. As, oh, look at Fatu big time headbutts there. And obviously, the more you make your opponent tap out in the submission matchup, make it a little bit easier, I would suppose, in that second fall. And then if we get to the third fall, you got to think, at that point, it's both men are going to be, like I said, if we get there, or both superstars will be certainly in pain for sure. It's now Jacob Fatu looking to continue up the pace right now. Solo doesn't know what hit him, honestly. Both men have defeated each other once. In an ambulance match, Solo Sikoa won. Last man standing match, Jacob Fatu won. So now it's a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. So it's essentially a best of 5 series, pretty much. As Solo looking for some snake eyes right there to Jacob Fatu. And obviously, spinning heel kick. Obviously, both men would probably, hit a Samoan spike, a swanton bomb, whatever it may be, and then go for the pinfall. This is a whole different ball game. You gotta submit your opponent. So we'll see what kind of, like we mentioned, type of submissions, like a Boston Crab, Coquita Clutch. Really, what's in their repertoire of submissions? As these guys know each other very, very well. As a spinning Uso, or the spinning Us, right there to Jacob Fatu. And that really took a lot out of Solo Sikoa, but that's what won him a tag team match recently on a Monday Night Raw episode with that spinning Solo to LA Knight, and that actually won him the matchup against LA Knight and Jacob Fatu. As Solo with a Samoan spike to Jacob Fatu. And now a submission hold here. Referee is in position. Will Jacob have to tap out here? Whoever gets the first fall here, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be crucial. As look at this! Oh no! The whisper in the wind. Solo Sikoa was just a bit far away and just did not end up getting hit with that. As now here comes Solo Sikoa from the top rope district, telling Fatu to get up to his feet. Oh, going for a flying headbutt, I believe. Fatu saw that coming and easily pushed him out of the way. I'm not too sure who decided to come up with the actual stipulations. Obviously, the general managers eventually did, but I'm very curious with all the matches that you could do, why necessarily a submission holds the first one, but honestly, it's not a bad pick. You really got to make your opponent quit. As now Fatu building up some steam, suicide dive through that middle rope. And now Fatu going to toss him right up against the steel steps. And now just going to stomp away at the quad. That's maybe a good idea. Maybe you hit him with a single leg Boston Crab. Doesn't necessarily have to be a face buster or a face lock or a headlock, whatever you are thinking about. Right there, man. That is not going to feel good. As we start getting closer, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first fall of this matchup. It will be 3 total falls. Well, possibly, if they don't get swept. It does sound like Jacob wants it to be 3 falls, so I don't know which one he would want to give up necessarily to Solo. But winner of this matchup stays on Raw. Loser goes to SmackDown. We still have a WWE Championship matchup still to come tonight, plus The Rock versus John Cena. Main event of the evening. As Solo, look at that, just tossing up Fatu like it is easy. And Solo, he's signaling the end is near here. As Solo with a clothesline from behind. Fatu barely getting up to his feet in that corner. And now Solo with a big-time splash right to the midsection. Right now, Fatu may be in trouble. Submission hold here. Middle of the ring. Fatu may have to tap out here. Fatu trying to decide what he wants to do. He's already eaten a Samoan spike. He's eaten a big-time Samoan drop in this matchup, even a Uso splash of sorts. As now Solo looking for another Uso, or that Samoan spike, pardon me. He survives now, but both men back and forth. Wait a minute, Solo. I think Solo was thinking about another Samoan spike, but again, Jacob sees it coming each time. At least the last 2 times. Back and forth we go. Who wants it more, ladies and gentlemen? Some agility there from Solo Sikoa. Who is going to Friday Night SmackDown and change up the landscape of Friday Night SmackDown? As that running strike turns Solo Sikoa inside out. And now Fatu has to try to get some offense going here. And a nice rebound Samoan drop there from Fatu. He has to continue to bring the fight. He's got to hit some big-time maneuvers if he wants to slow down Solo. Oh, is Solo cut open? Solo has been cut. Uh-oh. He is signaling the death here, or the end of Solo. This ain't good. This is not good for Solo Sikoa. Oh, but he is able to get the knees up, though. Both men still digging down deep. And this is just a submission match, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the first fall. There's now Solo looking for his scoop slam, and he connects. High risk, high reward for Solo Sikoa. Uso splash. Or you can call it the Solo splash, whatever you want to call it. Solo again, submission hold here, middle of the ring, Fatu. He does not want to give up right now. He's taking it in, but wait a minute. Solo may have to tap, or he may get Jacob to tap out. Fatu, yes, he is tapping. Fatu has tapped out. He gets the very first fall. That is the stage 1 winner. Up next is the Falls Count Anywhere match, ladies and gentlemen. As they set up the Falls Count Anywhere match. It is up next. As here we go, referee is getting us ready. Here we go. Both men are just absolute bruised and battered. Fatu now has to dig down deep here. He has to bring the fight to Solo. This is a Falls Count Anywhere matchup, but Solo could end this right here. Uh-oh. But look at Fatu. Oh, big headbutt there from Fatu. Fatu's got to start hitting some big-time maneuvers. And he's fired up here. Here we go, Jacob Fatu. DDT to Solo. DDT to Solo. Is this it? 2. No, he almost had him. He almost had Solo. Now again, Fatu. Is he thinking about it one more time? Why not? He's going to the well one more time, I think. Yes, he is. Down he goes, Brainbuster. Brainbuster to Solo. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. No. Yes. The referee counted it. That's a third fall. That is a third fall just like that. And now, in a matter of moments, the Hell in a Cell structure will be down here in a matter of moments. Solo had the first fall. Second fall going to Fatu. The third one in a matter of moments, like I just mentioned. Hell in a Cell here at SummerSlam. Solo's feeling it, and so is Fatu. Here we go, the final stages of this match. Here we go, Hell in a Cell between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa. And Jacob Fatu made a bad mistake there. He's got to be able to capitalize or get back in this matchup. As now Fatu, oh, pump up powerbomb there from Jacob out of nowhere. And now these guys can go outside this ring if they really want to. Solo trying to get himself out of this predicament here. It's crazy to see those two brain busters getting Jacob Fatu in this matchup with a nice Samoan drop. Fatu might be sending Solo Sikoa packing, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday nights. As again, Fatu is continuing to block those big maneuvers, as again Solo Sikoa busted open on top of his head. As Fatu puts him in the corner there. I'll try to give you guys the best angle in this cell here, but it's kind of hard. And now Solo with a big time headbutt. And now Fatu is busted open. And now Solo looking to end this matchup, I believe. But he's probably thinking he's going to have to hit other maneuvers because those Samoan spikes continue to get blocked by Fatu. Shoulders are down. 1, 2. Ooh, 2.5. Almost sent Fatu to Friday nights. There's now Solo stomping away on the hand there of Jacob Fatu. Man. Gonna try to break the hand as Fatu with the kip up. And Solo able to block whatever Fatu had in store. Into a Samoan drop there from Solo Sikoa. And now Solo, both men have gone to war. Solo wants to end this war inside of a Hell in a Cell here. As, bouncing Fatu's head off the top turnbuckle into a big scoop slam. Oh, but a kip up. Kip up. But shoulder block. Or flying shoulder tackle. Into the pinfall. Is this enough? 2. Ooh, Fatu saving his life just by a thread. Don't know how much more is left in the tank for both guys. They have absolutely gone to war tonight. And now we're to the outside where this gets even more dangerous, ladies and gentlemen. This cage could get broken. Right against the barricade here. We'll see if Fatu decides to use it. But big block. Big block from Solo. Realizing the predicament that he was in. He doesn't want to get put through a cell. Nobody does. Now Fatu with a big uppercut. Stuns Solo a little bit longer. But Fatu fighting for his life as well. Who wants it more at this moment? As Solo has been thrown through the cell. The cell has been broken. And now we are outside in the WWE Universe. Is Fatu going to go up, though? There's no way, right? There's no way, right? Fatu going up. So is Solo. Solo's going up. Both men are going up. This is not going to end well for both men. Fatu trying to get the crowd here in New York behind him. This ain't gonna end well. This ain't gonna end well. Samoan drop on the top of the cell. Holy mackerel. Hopefully they don't try to throw each other off. Fatu, what is he thinking? Tossing him at least in the middle. Feel a little bit better about that. And now, oh, little shades of Rikishi right there. Holy mackerel, ladies and gentlemen. What a match we are witnessing. As Fatu has him up. Sit out powerbomb. Right on top of the cage. Oh, man. A big chop to the back of the skull. Fatu trying to decide what he wants to do here. That claw right there to the shoulder blade area. Really stretching that bad boy out. And now Fatu has Solo right where he wants him. Oh no, not a pile driver. Pile driver on the center beam there. Oh my goodness. And I can only imagine what Fatu might be thinking here. Looking for that DDT brain buster. Brain buster on the middle beam as well. Did not work out as well as what you thought. Is now Solo. Really wrenching in those. Oh man, a headbutt to the middle there. That certainly ain't gonna feel good, and that really slowed down Fatu there. Really taking away any breathing room that Fatu thought he had in this match. Fatu taking his time to get up. He doesn't need to rush up, and Solo watching on here. Solo. Oh, goodness. And luckily for them, where he threw it, the cell topping here, the cell structure broke, but luckily Fatu was too close to it, or far away from it enough to where he wasn't involved in it. But the next man could be falling down in that in just a matter of moments, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, the spinning Solo. The spinning Solo up top there. Into a headbutt. And now, Solo Sikoa. Is he thinking about a Samoan spike on top of the cell? Yes, he is. Samoan spike. Samoan spike. And now Solo gonna to stomp away. Just beat the living snot out of Jacob Fatu on top of the structure. Fatu is down and out. You gotta have the pinfall or submission inside of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. And Solo trying to decide what he wants to do. You gotta somehow get him back down. Ooh, vicious headbutt. Now Solo. Oh, goodness. And that cage might be getting close to being broken. Look at that! How far Solo Sikoa getting tossed by Jacob. And now Fatu, headbutt for headbutt here. Both men have beat the snot out of each other. There's blood, sweat, and tears in this matchup. But both of these men will never, ever be the same again after this very matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness! Solo! Solo's all the way down! Oh my goodness! Solo Sikoa! Is that it? It has to be, right? 2! No! Are you kidding me? Solo gets thrown through the top of the cell, and he's still fighting for his life. And a brainbuster from Fatu. Certainly, that is it, right? 1, 2, 3. Jacob Fatu has officially won the rivalry between himself and Solo Sikoa. So that means Jacob Fatu stays on Monday Night Raw, and Solo Sikoa is taken over Friday Night SmackDown now. What a matchup. What a war between all of these competitors tonight, and especially that Hell in a Cell matchup. Congratulations to Jacob Fatu.
The following is scheduled for one fall, and is for the Undisputed WWE Championship.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your co-main event of SummerSlam, night number 2. It is Joe Hendry, the King of the Ring winner. Can he fulfill a long childhood dream by becoming WWE Champion? Tonight, he is going to have to beat the best in the world, CM Punk. And like we've mentioned before, the accolades of Joe Hendry ever since he has joined Friday Night SmackDown, it has been very spectacular when it comes to especially that King of the Ring tournament. Man, he's been picking up some big wins, and one of his biggest wins recently here on Friday Night SmackDown over Matt Cardona. That was a tough test for sure there, but I mean, you couldn't ask for a better uprising. A guy coming from NXT gets drafted over to Friday Night SmackDown, and he wins the King of the Ring tournament. Now, Joe Hendry gets the spotlight, a spotlight that very well is a main event. He essentially is co-main eventing SummerSlam here in Newark, New Jersey. Something that he's worked his whole entire life for. We'll see if he can get the job done, but it is not going to be easy for sure, as he takes on the WWE Champion, the best in the world, CM Punk. And the question with this matchup too is for Joe Hendry, can he mount some offensive against the best in the world? It is not going to be easy either way for both men in this matchup. This is going to be a hard-hitting matchup, strength versus speed in this matchup. Joe Hendry, the stronger man out of both superstars, but CM Punk has been in this business a lot longer than Joe Hendry, especially here in WWE. He knows the ins and outs of this business, but that may not even matter tonight. Joe Hendry may be able to use the energy of this crowd and all the fans believing in Joe Hendry to get the job done. We'll just have to wait and see, but Joe Hendry earned this opportunity. He won the King of the Ring, knocking off the Ring General Gunther. See if he can knock off CM Punk in the co-main event of SummerSlam. The crowd on their feet for CM Punk, as they should be. He is your WWE champion, former Mr. Money in the Bank, former NXT champion as well. Can CM Punk keep that WWE championship around his waist, or will it be Joe Hendry's time? Lots going to tell within the next couple minutes of this match, especially with the pacing of this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Will it be slow and methodical, or will they look to push the ante in this matchup?
Introducing the challenger from Edinburgh, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Joe Hendry. And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, CM Punk.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time. The WWE Championship is on the line. A matchup we've been waiting over a month in time for. We've seen new champions on the road to this situation, starting with the likes of Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, and ultimately ending with CM Punk. It will be now CM Punk and Joe Hendry here tonight, live at SummerSlam. Now both men, they can feel it, the tension in the air. This is all for the WWE Championship. And now here we go. Officially started after that little bit of a stare down to start this matchup. And if you're Joe Hendry, I wouldn't want to get in a technical wrestling match with CM Punk, because CM Punk will out-wrestle Joe Hendry every single part of the day. As, trying to steal one early. Now CM Punk with an opportunity. Not even a one count, but a little bit of a back and forth early on. And certainly Hendry does not want to get in a striking battle with CM Punk either. But I feel like I've said that quite a bit in the King of the Ring with who he's faced here, but he's picked up big wins along the way, including John Cena and certainly the Ring General Gunther. Backhand there, back and forth we go. Who wants it more early on? This is all for the WWE Championship. Who will be the main man on Friday nights, coming out of SmackDown, as both men go into war here with those big clubbing blows. And now Hendry, a little bit faster in that exchange, and hits him with his shoulder. That was a stiff shot. Definitely going to wake up CM Punk for sure. Both men trying to figure each other out. Punk a little bit stronger in that occasion. Unless there's some sportsmanship early on, you never know. If someone gets too aggressive, there may be a cheap shot here and there. That is pro wrestling. It's going to happen from time to time. And if you guys are just tuning in, it's already been a hectic night here at SummerSlam. A lot going on. We'll see how everything goes. As look at Punk just wrenching in on that shoulder blade. And quickly talking about the pay-per-view today. I mean, we've seen new champions, we've seen retainments, we've seen a little bit of everything on the road here to SummerSlam tonight, and certainly the future's going to look a lot different for some champions on certain brands, as there's a 2 count, a strong 2 count, and the matchup will continue. We'll see if CM Punk can continue to stay on Joe Hendry as much as possible. Let's see what Punk's going to work on now. Just at least trying to drag the carcass of Joe Hendry away from the rope so he can't at least grab that bottom rope. And now we're going to clothesline, or I should say an Irish whip into the clothesline. Absolutely stiff clothesline into the pinfall. Is that enough? No, just a 1 count. The match up will continue. Here we go. And this is what Joe Hendry needs. He needs to be stiff with CM Punk, ladies and gentlemen. He can't be light with his strikes. If Hendry wants to win this match, he's going to be very, very physical, and that's what Hendry's doing there. Big fall-away slam, takes it to CM Punk, and now Joe Hendry looking to finish this matchup. We might be seeing a new WWE champion. He has Punk up. Down goes Punk into the pinfall. Is this it? 2? No. Just a 2 count. The matchup continues. And for Punk right now, you cannot allow Hendry to build up momentum, because the longer he starts believing in this matchup, it is only going to favor Joe Hendry from here. As now, Hendry able to block it, and a nice stiff clothesline. Takes down CM Punk. Let's see what Joe Hendry can continue to do against the WWE champion, as Punk continuing to fight, scratch, and claw himself around the way. But he gets hit with a running STO. And right now, Hendry, he's 1 step ahead of CM Punk slowly and surely here. Oh, but a big block. That is a key block at this moment, because Punk needs to get some maneuvers in offensively. As now Punk, underhook backbreaker. Oh, that is one of the stiffest backbreakers I've seen CM Punk hit. As now Punk springboard, clothesline, takes down the challenger, the King of the Ring winner. And we'll see if Punk will look to push the pace in this matchup here. He's now going for a Irish whip, but Hendry has his own ideas, and now he's going to build up some steam in the corner. Big clothesline. Now Hendry trying to get the crowd behind him, trying to get this Newark, New Jersey crowd behind him. This could be Joe Hendry's moment on the biggest stage of the summer, that being Summerslam. Can Joe Hendry do it? You can start feeling that favoritism towards Joe Hendry in this crowd. As Hendry gets pushed in the corner, you can maybe sense a sense of urgency from Punk. He was going for the running knee, did not work out in his favor, and now Hendry's going to make him pay with the fall-away slam. And now Hendry going to finish this matchup. If he hits this, we have a new WWE champion. Here we go. Hendry looking to end it, but no, Punk able to get himself out of that bad situation. As, bounces him off that top turnbuckle. Punk here, always flexing on the King of the Ring winner, into the Pepsi knee, and now into that running bulldog. We'll see if Punk will want to put this match away with a go to sleep. Punk now going to try to catch him here. Hendry, though, slips out of it and now connects with a back suplex. I'm not too sure what Hendry was trying to, or I should say what Punk was trying to do, but it led to Joe Hendry getting himself back in this matchup. As now Punk's continuing to scratch and claw to keep himself in this matchup. And now Punk has him up. Punk, GTS, Joe Hendry cut. But what the hell? Hendry, that may have just pissed him off. That has woken up a monster inside of Joe Hendry. And he runs right through the champion. Pinfall. Is this it? No, strong kick out at 1. That may have just awoken Joe Hendry, and that certainly may not be a good thing for the WWE champion. Hendry now has Punk up, middle of the ring, and he connects with that release powerbomb. And if I'm Punk, I get out of the ring right here. You cannot allow Joe Hendry to get any more momentum here. But that is just me, as an Irish whip in the corner. Joe Hendry getting flexed on once again here. CM Punk with another running knee. And now Punk with a bulldog again. He's already hit 1 GTS. Does he look for a second one here now? But Hendry fights out of it. And Hendry now from behind with an axe handle. And now, Hendry. He got blocked earlier, and it gets blocked another time. Punk here. What does the WWE champion got to do? Here we go, Punk with another running knee. Another one into another bulldog. It is Bulldog City here in Newark, New Jersey, and now Punk is saying it is time to go to bed as he hits him with a knockout blow with a kick. Now Punk telling him to get up. Here we go. Punk has him up. CM Punk. GTS to the King of the Ring winner. Is this it? 2. No, 2.5. 2.5. And now Hendry rolling outside of the ring, ladies and gentlemen. As Punk telling him to get up. This is a key moment in this match. High risk opportunity. And it connects with that flying crossbody. And Punk is fired up as he should be. And now he gets tossed back inside the ring. Can CM Punk finish Joe Hendry? You cannot allow him to continue to keep on believing in this matchup. As Hendry with a big reversal. Now Punk is busted open. And now Hendry with a fall away slam into the kip up. Hendry now has some belief. Can he make a comeback in this match? Here we go. He's hit it the first time. He's missed the last couple. He's hit it a second time. Shoulders are down. 2. No, 2.5. 2.5. It has happened twice now. Can CM Punk stay in this matchup right now? It is stiff as almost like a rock bottom of sorts from Joe Hendry. And now to the second rope. Little flying action there from Joe Hendry. Is that enough to keep the Punk down? Ooh, very close. 2.5. You can see Punk. He is living right now. He is taking some damage there. Maybe a couple more big maneuvers, and Joe Hendry will be your new WWE champion. Punk is just surviving at this moment. And now Hendry, he's fired up, but he's allowing CM Punk to at least roll out. Punk trying to recuperate. Hendry getting the crowd behind him here for this WWE Championship match. Is over the top. Oh my goodness, what a dive. But CM Punk saw it coming, and we'll see if CM Punk can now capitalize. And Punk now is getting on the barricade, but a little bit too far away to even try to. He's not Superman or anybody like that to be able to reach that far. Punk probably think he could make it that far, but definitely not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. As now CM Punk with a devastating clothesline that turns Joe Hendry inside out. And now look at Hendry. He's continuing to fight, scratch and claw here at ringside. Off of the WWE Championship, ladies and gentlemen. The biggest prize in all of WWE. As Punk again gets thrown on the steel steps. Hendry really wanting to work that midsection of CM Punk. Really trying to send a message to the WWE Champion as well as the WWE Universe. Hendry now looking to go high risk, high reward here. Hendry goes for the elbow, does not work, and now will this be CM Punk's moment? Oh, looking for that underhook maneuver. Backbreaker. Devastating backbreaker there from Punk. Into an elbow. Just trying to work that midsection. And now Punk signaling the end is near. He's already hit a couple GTSs in this match as Hendry in the corner. And now from behind looking for the double knees. Hendry moves out of the way with a stiff clothesline. Now Joe, he's going to put him in the trio. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you do not want to be in that position as these knees, these unprotected knee strikes right to the kidneys in the midsection. Those could be the knockout blows, honestly, taking out all the air in the WWE Champion. Is Hendry now. Oh, he's going to just toss him in the air. A little kind of bait and switch situation. Hendry now. Trying to go for a choke slam. No, he's not. He's going to go for the third time in this matchup. Third time. Shoulders are down. New WWE Champion. Yes, we do. Holy mackerel. Never in my life I would think I'd be saying this, but ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves a new WWE champion, and his name is Joe Hendry, picking up one of the biggest wins of his whole entire career, and certainly he's only continued to succeed in in chances given to him. You just saw it right now. It took him a while, but he's able to put down CM Punk, and with that, Joe Hendry is on top of the main event scene here on Friday nights coming out of SummerSlam. So that means Sami Zayn, the World Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hendry, the WWE Champion, lead each other's brands. Joe Hendry, the WWE Champion on SmackDown, and Sami Zayn on Monday Night Raw. Wow, wow, wow. Congratulations to Joe Hendry, ladies and gentlemen. I can't say that I can't say I'm that I'm not surprised, or that I am surprised, because what we just saw was in a classic, ladies and gentlemen, an absolute classic. As here comes the final boss, The Rock, ladies and gentlemen. The Rock versus John Cena. Major implications of the future of John Cena, as well as what NXT will be looking like. If The Rock defeats John Cena, everything stays the same. Cena retires on the spot. There is no final celebration of the career of John Cena. But if Cena wins, The Rock no longer has control on when Cena retires, as well as NXT goes back to being a developmental brand. Decisions going on tonight, and certainly The Rock, the final boss, certainly he wants to end this night on a good note. And certainly look at this crowd. They are booing this man. They're on their feet, but they are booing the final boss, ladies and gentlemen. It certainly is going to be chaotic in this matchup. Every move in this matchup is going to mean something, because, you know, obviously Cena wants to go out when he wants to. He doesn't want this to be his final match, but it very well could be. Like we said, anything can happen in this match. Hopefully, The Rock doesn't try to pull any shenanigans and try to, recruit anybody or anything like that to help Rock possibly win this match. There on Friday Night SmackDown, we recently had a tag team match where it was The Rock and Obafemi taking on Roman Reigns and John Cena. That matchup, it really felt like a 2-on-1 situation, and it really felt like John Cena lost his mojo. There was not much of Cena in that match. It was a tornado tag team matchup. Anything can happen, but Cena, it really felt like he couldn't really get much of anything going. He wasn't able to really get any attitude adjustments, no big time maneuvers. But Obafemi and The Rock, that he looked excellent. Reigns looked excellent in that matchup as well. So, we're going to see what the future is going to look like coming after SummerSlam. And certainly on Saturday, just last night, Roman Reigns is losing to Obafemi in a hard-hitting matchup. Obafemi's stock is only getting bigger and better there on Friday Night SmackDown. Can't wait to see where we'll be going there on Friday Night SmackDown, especially, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a new WWE Champion, Joe Hendry, knocking off CM Punk. As now, the moment we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen, the last time very well could be right now. As there he is, the GOAT, John Cena. The man that really helped that ruthless aggression era get going. And that slap to the face to Kurt Angle. But it all could end tonight at SummerSlam against the final boss, The Rock, if he loses. If Cena wins, he can choose when he wants to retire, not The Rock. And then, obviously, Cena wants NXT to go back to its roots of building up to the future, not treating it as a third brand. Well, once we find out the result of that, we will see what the future will look like. Because if Cena wins, there's a lot of superstars there in NXT that could be coming back up to Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. There's a lot of big names, and certainly these superstars can choose to stay there in NXT. That's perfectly fine, but I guarantee a lot of those superstars would love to come back to either Raw or SmackDown and get some opportunities there. But ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time. The Rock, Cena, for the last time ever. Here we go, Cena and The Rock. Two absolute big names in all of WWE going at it as all, of course. Come on. Of course it's a cheap shot from The Rock. And now The Rock looking for a Samoan drop to John Cena. And now Rock trying to go with those unprotected punches. And look at these forearms. Big forearms from Cena. He definitely needed those to really send a message. And oh, look at that maneuver. This is what Cena needs to do. He needs to keep The Rock on his toes. And what I mean by that is, bring that unpredictable offense. Obviously, everybody says that John Cena has those 5 moves of doom. But, for this key moment in your career for John Cena, I feel like you got to, feel like if you're going to go out, you got to go out in style. As now Cena slowing down The Rock. Really working on every single body part that you got to at this point. As Cena now going for that gaunt wrench. Sit out powerbomb there into the pinfall. Could that possibly hit? No, just a 1 count. And obviously it's still early in the matchup, but hey, at least he's getting something out of it. Cena now really working the body again. Has him in the gut wrench suplex position. And this is I think Cena's just trying to overpower The Rock right now. But ultimately just trying to work power maneuvers, that's going to take a lot out of you. As Rock with a Russian leg sweep takes down the GOAT. Be a damn shame, ladies and gentlemen, if this was the last time we saw John Cena in a wrestling ring. Now, it doesn't mean that John Cena wouldn't make appearances. It just means he would not be wrestling anymore here in WWE. His in-ring career would be over, but in the terms of making WWE appearances on Raw, SmackDown, NXT, whatever it may be, he could still do that. And Rock brings him up with a good old-fashioned up and down. Pinfall opportunity, hook of the leg. Is Cena done and over with? No, just a 1 count. And now Rock coming off the ropes, going for the axe handle, did not work out. And now Cena, not too sure what he's trying to set up there. Trying to use the ropes there, but Rock a little bit faster in that exchange and makes him pay. And the Brahma Bull, the final boss, with the momentum currently, looking to send a message to Cena. And now, here we go. Cena and Rock, blow for blow, ladies and gentlemen. The last time we'll ever see Cena and Rock go at it in a WWE ring, win or lose. And look at Rocky saying, bring it, Cena. I don't believe you got it left in the tank. And now Cena's saying the same thing to Rock. He's like, prove it to me. And now, I thought Cena was going to be able to hit him there. Oh, big haymaker. And now both men are attacking. Here we go. And now, going for a belly to belly. Cena saw it coming. And now, going to look for the springboard cutter or springboard stunner. Did not work out in his favor. I'm not sure why Cena would try to do that. He was just way too close in that predicament. And The Rock is going to look to make him pay here. And now Cena. Oh, goodness. Landing on that top rope is not going to be feeling too good. Pinfall opportunity, but still way too early before Cena goes down and out here. And now here comes The Rock off the ropes into a neck breaker. Certainly, everyone would love for Cena to be able to retire when he wants to, but you got to think of the reality of, John Cena. He doesn't have a lot left in the tank. We saw it on Friday Night SmackDown. And The Rock, who barely wrestles as it is, he looked phenomenal on Friday Night SmackDown. As here we go, we're about to see the People's Elbow. The People's Elbow from the final boss. As here comes The Rock. Nobody misses. He misses. Cena steps out the way. But Rock hits him with a clothesline. Big moment in this matchup. Cena being able to reverse that big maneuver. That's going to do wonders as, oh no. That was a stiff punch to the face. That is right next to the eye there. There could be some blood in that eye, ladies and gentlemen. That, I believe that's his right eye. As, oh, wait a minute. Cena with a nice reversal. Hits him with that vintage DDT there. As now Cena trying to grab the Rock away from the ropes. Let's see what Cena can set up here. Vicious maneuver in the corner, but just back and forth, man. Both these guys know each other very well. As now Cena again gets out of it in a DDT, spiking him on his head. What does John Cena want to do? Looks like he's going to fly, but The Rock, he wanted none of it. And Cena flies and he ends up hurting himself. That is costly. And now The Rock trying to go back out there. Both men playing some mind games with each other, it looks like. And now Rock going back to working on Cena. That was a tough shot to the face. I think that was to that open wound of Cena. Pinfall opportunity. Is this enough to keep Cena down? No, it is not. At least not yet. And I'll look at these unprotected punches from The Rock right in the face. And it's exposing the face even more. And it looks like the other side of his face is bleeding. The other eye, the left side of his face, man. Cena is in trouble here. He's got to figure something out quickly. Oh, here we go. Big kidney punch there from Cena. Cena now. Attitude adjustment. Attitude adjustment. And it's time for a good old-fashioned five-knuckle shuffle from the GOAT. John Cena, he connects, and now The Rock is busted open. Rock is busted open. Here we go. Cena, here we go. AA, AA. It's got to be it. 2, no, 2.5. Cena thought he had him. He's hit it twice. This was not enough just yet. As now Cena with a springboard going for the cutter. Second time, or not the cutter, but the springboard stunner, pardon me. Second time it has not worked, as Cena has some life. John Cena has life. He didn't have that on Friday Night SmackDown, but now he has some of that here tonight. Cena bouncing off the ropes. Big time clothesline. Turns The Rock inside out. Now Cena going to go for the pinfall opportunity. Here we go. John Cena. Oh, 2.5. Very, very close from Cena. Maybe sense that frustration in John Cena right now, trying to figure out what he has to do to keep the final boss down. And certainly neck breakers and everything in between is all good and dandy, but he's got to be able to hit some big time maneuvers to keep the boss down. As, oh no, The Rock connects with a big boot after moving out of the way of that possible elbow. As now The Rock bouncing him off the ropes. Rocky trying to grab him, didn't work out in his favor. And now Cena is going to look to make him pay. Oh, but he gets hit with a knee. And now, uh-oh, The Rock has something to not mind. That Brahma Bull sharpshooter. Cena may have to tap out. Is Cena going to tap out in his last ever match? Cena, and he's going to dig down deep, and he does. He's able to get himself out of that opportunity. And now, oh, Cena was dodged, but Cena able to still capitalize, and a good old-fashioned belly to belly. And now, good old axe handle right across the face. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears going into this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Both guys putting it all on the line. Can Cena somehow put down The Rock? On The Rock moving out of the way of that drop kick. Rock trying to get him, and it didn't work out that time. That is the second time in this matchup that The Rock has not been able to hit his specialty maneuver. He's tried the Rock bottom first, or the people's elbow first. Then it was the Rock bottom, and it has not worked out for him just yet. As now Cena now looking for the STF submission, middle of the ring to The Rock, but The Rock, oh, big elbow right to the cut, that left side of Cena's face. Cena may not be able to see. And this might be the moment The Rock needs to get back in this matchup, as he does with a belly to belly. Rock right now does not know where he's at, and neither does Cena. Both men just going to war in this matchup. Everybody knows how big this matchup is. Excuse me, as man, those strikes right to the both sides of his eyes, man. The blood's gonna get in his eyes, and Cena's not gonna be able to see. And then The Rock is just going to absolutely destroy John Cena. And now gonna work that left knee and left leg. But Cena with the reversal able to stop The Rock here. And now Cena, is he thinking about attitude adjustment here? Possibly. Nope, he's kind of playing possum there as he throws him over the top rope. And look at Rock overpowering Cena there. Both men for their ages still incredibly strong as Cena tosses him over the top rope. And now the matchup will continue outside the ring. Obviously, referee right now, Jessica Carr, she's calling it right down the middle. Obviously, there is disqualifications in this matchup, but there is no count out. These guys can use outside the arena as much as heavenly possible. And now Cena. Oh, big punch to the face there. Sends a message to The Rock as Cena gets himself back into the ring. I wonder for Cena if that was supposed to be his 5-knuckle shuffle. As look at Cena's face, man. He is gone to war tonight. He has sacrificed his body, ladies and gentlemen. And now Cena gonna go back out and try to finish The Rock, or at least bring him back inside, and he does. But did he waste valuable time? Cena trying to get the crowd behind him, but now The Rock is up. The Rock is up, and now The Rock is gonna make him pay here with a Samoan drop. Cena took way too long, and now The Rock will look to hit the people's elbow a second time. He missed the first time. Can he hit it the second time? As The Rock hits it this time. Rock bottom. Is this how Cena's going out, ladies and gentlemen? 2. No, not even a 2. That was a 1. Cena with an impressive kick out. And now The Rock. The Rock now going to use the ropes to his advantage. Not like this. Okay, thankfully. Now, look at Cena. He wasn't too happy about that. It's a nice standing drop kick there from the final boss. See, The Rock is going to do everything to make sure he walks out victorious tonight. Even if he has to embarrass, lie, cheat, steal, whatever he has to do to make sure Cena retires forever here. As a spine buster from The Rock. And that may set up another people's elbow opportunity from The Rock. He hit the last one. Can he hit this one? No, he doesn't. Cena moves. Cena moves. But The Rock gets the upper hand. Oh, but a big knee. Big knee to the other side. I believe the right side of his face. And now Cena. Oh, wait a minute. Cena. He's going to catch him for an attitude adjustment. A third one. An attitude adjustment a third time in this match. But Cena decided not to go for the pinfall as he connects with the Hurricane Rana. Cena now feels like he may be toying with him, but Cena's got to be able to put The Rock away tonight. And now, Code Red. Code Red from Cena into the pinfall. Can Cena win this? 2. No, 2.5. And now Cena, he's got to figure out what he wants to do. High risk here from the second rope. Goes for the elbow, but a hard landing. The Rock moved out of the way. And now that puts Cena in a rough way here. But Cena slips out of it. Cena slips out of it. Here we go, Cena. Here we go, snap suplex. But, oh, Cena, he's feeling it, ladies and gentlemen. He's feeling it. Rock was the first man up to his feet, technically. Back and forth we go here. Cena, wait a minute. Here we go, Cena. Looking for the attitude adjustment. No, Rock slips out of it. Not like this. The Rock with an arm drag. Cena thought it was his moment very well. He was getting a little too fancy, though. Being a little nonchalant, a little cocky, saying, "You can't see me." And then The Rock slipped out of that situation. Oh, goodness. That's close to, you could call it disqualification with that situation. But I don't think Jessica Carr is going to want to do that with how close this match has gone. As now The Rock going to the second rope. Cena getting up to his feet. You can feel this match is on the later stages of this matchup tonight. The Rock now going to look to go for the people's elbow once again. He's missed twice, but he hits it the second time. Finally, is that it for Cena though? 2. No, Cena kicks out. Cena survives. Cena somehow survives. And now let's see what John can set up here. Cena, sit out powerbomb there from the GOAT. And Rock just trying to stay alive here. But Cena not going to allow him to recuperate too much here. If you're Cena, maybe you go for a submission hold. You got to figure out something quickly. Here we go, Cena looking for a good old-fashioned 5-knuckle shuffle. He's hit it once before, and he's going to be able to hit it. No, he doesn't. The Rock moves out of the way. Oh, no, not like this. The Rock, spine buster. Spine buster. And The Rock trying to move the carcass of John Cena. I think he's trying to go for another people's elbow. It is people elbow city tonight. And if you think Rock hits this, it is game, set, match over. He hits it again. That's it. Cena's career is over and done with. Goodbye to John Cena. Damn it. The Rock has got the job done tonight. What a match. But The Rock, ladies and gentlemen, the Brahma Bull, the final boss, has defeated John Cena. On the hottest night of the summer, John Cena now is officially retired and no longer in-ring action competitor. The final boss told you, The Rock wanted every single one of you. John Cena wanted his freedom. John Cena wanted the control of his career. John Cena wanted to destroy everything The Rock built. But when the pressure was at its highest, John Cena failed. You're finished. You're retired, John. And NXT will remain exactly what The Rock made of it. The third brand of WWE. And there isn't a single person alive who can overturn the decision of the final boss. Hi, Dwayne. My name is Strauss Zelnick, and I wanted to come out here and congratulate you. You won. You defeated John Cena. 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of that ring. No controversy, no excuses, which makes what I'm about to do even more satisfying. Earlier today, Take-Two Interactive completed its acquisition of TKO Group Holdings, which means that effective immediately, I have authority over WWE. And Dwayne, you've spent a long time on using corporate power to manipulate this company. You've threatened careers, you've controlled opportunities, you've changed the structure of NXT. You've treated WWE like your own personal kingdom. But there's something you've forgotten. Corporate power works both ways. The match is over. The final boss won. John Cena is forever retired. You are absolutely right. The match is over. You won. Cena is retired. For about another 30 seconds. Don't you dare. John Cena is still out here by the ring area. You are still in the ring, and SummerSlam is still on the air. So as my official act, I'm ordering this match be restarted. You can't do that. I just did. Ring the damn bell. The Rock doesn't see Cena. Cena from behind. Cena from behind. And this matchup has officially restarted. Both men have already beaten the snot out of each other, but the matchup continues, ladies and gentlemen. After already a grueling matchup, Cena's been able to clean out his eyes while Rock and Strauss Zelnick, the new 2K person that is the boss of Dwayne The Rock Johnson, has restarted the match. A very shocking moment here on SummerSlam. The matchup has been restarted. The Rock beat John Cena clean, but Strauss Zelnick coming out here and making making the Rock pay, as now Cena has him up. John Cena, attitude adjustment through the damn table, and now Cena, here we go. Cena's not done, taking the other announce table, the Spanish announce table, looking to send a message to the Rock here. And now Cena, here we go. Cena with another attitude adjustment to the Rock, ladies and gentlemen. There's no count out still. These guys are just beating the snot out of each other, at least Cena is. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Rock stirring up to his feet. Here we go. Cena, attitude adjustment, middle of the ring, pinfall, 2, 3. Cena has beaten the Rock. Cena now can retire when he wants to. The Rock getting screwed by his own boss. How does that feel, Rock? You got your boss screwing you, not having you screwing everybody else. Sounds like there's a change in the TKO management going on. The Rock using politics and everything, and it has come back to bite him in his ass tonight here at SummerSlam. Rock stirring up to his feet. Bam, attitude adjustment there to the Rock. Let's make sure the shoulders are down, referee is in position, and we got ourselves a 3. John Cena, ladies and gentlemen, has done it. He has defeated The Rock here tonight, live at SummerSlam. John Cena has done it. John Cena has done it, ladies and gentlemen. And looks like John Cena's not done. Cena's not done, though. He wants to make an example of The Rock. And do you blame him? Do you blame John Cena, ladies and gentlemen? He's making sure he gets every use about what's going on here to end SummerSlam. He is wanting to make sure this message is loud and clear to The Rock, ladies and gentlemen, that The Rock will no longer be screwing around anybody else in this company. And it seems like Cena tonight has wanting to send a message to The Rock for sure, as he continues to beat down the Brahma Bull tonight after this very matchup, as it continues live here at SummerSlam. And the referee not knowing too sure what to do at this exact moment, though, as Cena and The Rock continue to go back and forth here briefly. But Cena gets the upper hand on The Rock, and certainly with The Rock winning, I thought that was going to be the end of Cena's career, but the shocking moment of it all, ladies and gentlemen, The Rock has a new boss, and he has someone else he has to listen to, and that man is Strauss Zelnick of the new TKO board. He's the new boss of everything. Look at Cena just tossing that right on the midsection of the Brahma Bull, the final boss. And now Cena with a chair shot just for good measure. Cena is sick of having to deal with the Brahma Bull, ladies and gentlemen, especially what he has done to this company. Oh no, Cena ain't done. Cena ain't done. He's sending a direct message here as he connects with a sit-out powerbomb right there. Absolutely brutal is John Cena, it seems like. You know, Cena with a nice Michinoku driver, just trying to get everything that he can out of beating up The Rock, getting that satisfaction of beating down The Rock as he throws him up against the barricade. That sure as hell ain't going to be feeling too good. Cena just tosses down The Rock over and over again. It's a 5-knuckle shuffle, different variation of it, right next to the arena here. Oh, big punt kick there from Cena. As now, what is Cena thinking here? Uh-oh. He's looking to take The Rock up the ramp. Where the hell is Cena going? All hell breaking loose here at SummerSlam to end SummerSlam. Oh no, this ain't gonna bode well for The Rock. Cena looking to go out with a bang here on SummerSlam. Big takedown there from Cena. Cena stands tall, and that means Cena still has a career, and NXT is now a developmental branch.